Well, hello, hello, hello. Let me just verify that my microphone is not all terrible before we start here. Shouldn't be. Well, hello, hello, hello. Okay, we're good. Oh, you can hear me. You can double me up. Sorry about that. All right, so hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. Some news. As you can tell from the title, it's Path of Fire Story 4. I haven't advertised this on YouTube. It's called The Bonus Sorta. And then I have a quote from the incredible show Lost, okay, where one of the characters screams to another, "We have to go back! We have to go back!" Okay? So, I mean, I don't know whether you like to watch this on my streams, but here's a pretty sweet example of ineptitude in action. Do you remember how I had months and months and months of footage backed up on my PC? And then I finished all the raid stuff. But we started this, and then after I was done with the raid stuff, I wanted to delete it all. But, which is what I did. So I finished the raid stuff. Once the last raid video was online, I deleted it all. However, we started our story playthrough after the videos were made, but before they were all online. So, foolishly, when I cleared my hard drive, thinking, oh, this is just all old stuff, it wasn't all just old stuff. It was also the original episode, and maybe actually the second, of the Path of Fire playthrough. So, basically, I could pull the stream footage for the videos, but then it will have like text and stuff on screen. So we're going to play through it again. It's going to be much quicker this time, though, because I don't have to do all the discussion stuff. We just beeline from NPC to NPC to NPC, and we're done. So it's really not so bad. We'll be done with it in a single stream, like, quite easily. But what it means is the start of it's going to be like a bonus sorta, because the start of this stream, you'll notice we've just started a little bit early. The start of this stream is going to be retreading our feet. Yeah, because I'm a true professional, right? Because I'm an inept fool. We'll just be retreading our feet, and we'll be sort of going back through. But I do anticipate we will get... So the main reason that this is important is because we have the die competition going on, which a lot of people, as far as I can tell, have submitted for. So I will look at that in a second. Once we're done, it might just be later on in the stream than early on in the stream. How did I fare against the beast from the east? What? What's the beast from the east? Am I being a numbnuts right now? What are we talking about here? No, I know that I can use hard drive recovery, but I can't be bothered. I'm not going to go in and use recover and stuff. It's fun enough to play it for me, so I'm just going to play it through it on stream. So yeah, I do actually have a hard drive recovery set up in mind. One of them I've used. Basically, if you do this for a living, that's like software you learn very early to hold on to and work properly, and even pay for proper versions of, because a lot of it's really shite out there. Not that I found a free solution, but I haven't used it for like a year. But you learn very, very, very quickly. I'll tell you what, my first experience of it, seriously, I have a very deep-seated memory, which I don't think will budge, but, like, I can very clearly draw back and remember, like, the emotional situation I was in. I lost 3 hours of Ascalon footage. I remember very clearly I was in the frontier area of post-searing Ascalon, and I'd done a ton of leveling up on Peter, and I lost the footage. So this is that early in the Prophecies LP. I lost the footage of that. It was maybe like 3 hours of leveling and stuff. And, God, that was hellish. And that was the day in like late 2010, late 2009, where I started properly digging around to try and find a good solution so that I could recover all my stuff. I remember that very clearly. Because way back then, you guys don't know, when I started... Actually, let's see. Does anyone know? What was my upload pace when I started on YouTube? Let me quiz you all. What was my upload pace when I first started on YouTube? I'd love to hear from you guys what that was when I very first started. No one in this chat will have actually been there at the time, but you might know retrospectively because I've talked about it before. Oh, Guild Wars, buddy. Hey, Xavier, it's good to see you. Jerry says not fast enough. It was pretty goddamn spammy in the early days. You weren't even there, Xavier. Not in the early days. You only became aware that I was doing YouTube videos when I was around factions. So you weren't even there, Xavier. You were for, like, the majority. It's true that Xavier is, like, an old friend and was definitely there in the early days, but not the very, very start. It wasn't 10 videos a day. It was 6 a day. It was 6 a day because what my intention was, and this fell flat immediately because of all the cutting and speeding up. But my intention, back then I could only upload a 10-minute segment, and my intention was to play an hour of Guild Wars and upload an hour of Guild Wars. So I had a 10-minute limit, so it was 6 10-minute videos for 60 minutes, an hour of Guild Wars. That was the idea, and I did that all the way up to like Crater maybe or something. But around Crater, I got a higher limit unlocked, and it was already... So by the time I got to Crater, I had a higher limit unlocked. But even before that, I'd been doing all this super speed stuff, and a lot more had been getting cut out than I anticipated. So the truth was I was playing like 3 hours of Let's Play a day. It was still ended up at 6 videos, but yeah. So are we setting our character's outfit back? Yeah, exactly, we are. So that's kind of the point, right? We're going back to the War Beast stuff, and we'll do the die thing later. Also, so that segues me beautifully. Well done, Benji. Let's stop just, you know, talking about ourselves constantly. That sets me up beautifully. I've been playing Fashion Wars on my account. For this PvP series, right? The idea is, the demo for this is people who aren't even interested or don't even understand Guild Wars. Like, it's proper baseline, just bro gamer dude, right? So one of the things I really need to demonstrate is that the game looks good, that the game runs good, and some of you might scoff at that, but for the competitive scene, it does run good. You'll get a solid 60 or 144 frames. All you have to do is turn down shadows from high or ultra to medium or lower, right? And reflections you can turn off as well. They don't even affect the competitive maps. So I want to make sure that the game looks good, but I also want to show the diversity of characters you can play. Like when people look at like, oh, I can play Fortnite, or oh, I can play Overwatch, they look at all the characters. So I'm thinking of getting some Fashion Wars set up so that I look good. Our Beast from the East is the media name for all the snow. That shows our little TV upwards for the past week or so. All right. Yeah, I've survived it. It was fine. We had a lot of snow in the UK, guys. It's been cool. I actually, just a moment ago when I woke up, looked out the window and realised that tons of it had melted already. So pretty standard stuff here in the UK. So yeah, I've been playing some Fashion Wars. So check it out, all right? This I lifted from guildwars2style.com. So there is a Mesmer player out there who invented this setup, and it's an Order of Whispers themed light armor male. However, they run like they make their guy look more like a paladin. They run like the heavy head, and they run the guild legs, the ornate guild legs. But I can't get the ornate guild legs because I don't have enough commendations. The guild armor is really expensive, so instead I've gone with like the Corsair turban, which I think is still quite Order of Whispersy, but also it's new. And I've gone with the Bounty Hunter legs as well. I really like the asymmetry on it. I like the black wing that we can dye there. So yeah, so we go with that. We get the Crimson Lion sword and the offhand. And yeah, we go with the Order of Whispers theme. We get like the back piece has like this slight blue, the glowing blue, which we replicate on the runes on the Chronomancer's shoulders by dyeing with sky. Yeah, look at this. Look at this meta that's going on. This Fashion Wars meta. I truly am becoming an expert in all areas of this game. We got the red eyes to match the redness of the rest of it. It looks like some kind of Corsair. It's good, but Mesmers aren't usually red. I know that Mesmers aren't usually red. It's not trying to look like a Mesmer. It's trying to look like an Order of Whispers Corsair associate. Which is pretty cool. And then we take this stuff as well. Maybe I can do something better with the weapons. I wouldn't call you a fashion expert looking at this. You guys are so rude. No one ever says anything nice about any of my characters. I think this guy looks cool, alright? I think this guy looks cool. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I'm banning you, Dusty. That's it. It's over, man. It's over. It's been too long. The wind blew almost snow away that windy Welsh west coast. That sounds so good to say. Windy Welsh west coast. Looks like a red mage. Well, anyway, so look. Fashion Wars 2, okay? And my build is, I don't even know. But I soloed a guild bounty with it last night, so obviously super strong with the Mesmer revamps. Okay, so anyway, number 1. Number 2, we have Liss. You've seen this on many videos and many times. It's just the white mage outfit. I changed it slightly. It probably looks a bit worse now, but I put the Tempest loop on there because she runs Tempest builds, so it would be kind of cool to have the Tempest loop on there, so I don't know. It's nice because Tempest is quite decidedly supporty now, which thematically I hate, but whatever. It means that my supporty setup can run the Tempest loop. You need at least 5 auras and underboob. I actually turned the ghostly aura off of this guy. So anyway, we got Liss. I'll log in just to show you her in person, because you get the back piece as well, right? This looks good, but your Char Tengu gave me nightmares. He's called a Chengu, man. A Chengu. You want to have a bit more respect, yeah? Alright, so... Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't think it looks that good. The fractal back piece. We may have to work on this a bit more. This was actually an okay fashionable setup. I think I ruined it last night. I like to have the rose, but my rose is my cleric set, and this is Magi's. So the confusion, the complications. It's better than the Tengu, almost anything. We're going to get to the Tengu, guys. The Tengu hasn't changed. So now we've got Wooden Potatoes, who's just like a very regal, ornate-looking Char. This is Primeval Armor, one of the original... gem store armors to have been released to the game way back when, along with Profane for Light and some other ones. I could put a back piece on this guy. I'm not sure what though, and I don't think he's high enough level. Yeah, he's only level 2, so... But yeah, so we're going to just some classic Char stuff. Looks like an Oreo. Can we... I mean, what? We can have a cooler sword on him later as well. Alright. I'm not having fun anymore. You guys are just being mean. Full armor set on original. Weirdly, you love the plain Highlander looking sword. Thank you. Here's my favourite one. This is pure Wooden Potatoes Fashion Wars 2, so don't be mean about this. This is pure me. I made this 100%. I've never seen anyone that looks anything like this. It's a ranger, but he's a ranger that has forsaken his naturey instincts, and he's gone all crazy mechanization mode, alright? So, we have... the Kill Ranger. Yeah? What do you think? Yeah, I know he's in War Beast, right? And we've seen a lot of War Beast on Heavy. This is medium War Beast. We can get rid of the auras maybe later. But look at this killing machine. Look at this. We've got the Aetherized stuff with all their mechanical cog-wheeling stuff. We've got the back piece from the Black Citadel, which is also all mechanical cog-weaving and stuff. And we get, like, the gunmetal outfit. We get the Asura cultural helmet showing he is designed to kill. Yeah? He's all evil and badass and stuff. And there's only one medium class that can run the Aether Blade, sword, and axe together. Actually, wait, Mesmer... Oh, no, Mesmer's light. There's only one medium, and it's Ranger. So, yeah, let's go into somewhere daytime so that you guys can see all the incredible colours. I play Fashion Wars and I give this character an A+, thank you. Are you just trolling me deliberately, Jerry? Original, so good job, ... question mark? Maybe the dyes could match the weapons a little bit better. We could put some yellow in it or whatever. We could change the War Beast, like glowing orange bits, because it's all default right now. I'd also rather turn the auras off. These are actually my OP trinkets and things here, which I probably want to change. But yeah, it's got the rare Black Citadel back, which not everybody picks. You see those cogs on the back, yeah? And the cogs on this? You're just picky with fashion. So, Jerry, let me ask you, which is... When we've gone through all of these, I want to know which your favourite Fashion Wars 2 character is, alright? So, we got the Badass Ranger, we got the Ornate Warrior, we got the White Mage Healer, we have the Corsair Order of Shadows Associate. We have, of course, the Warrior that we'll be playing on this stream. The dyes are a little bit different to what I had before, and I don't know what they were before, so... When will they add on dyes on weapons? They won't, because it's not necessary and it gives them more space to design interesting rewards. They won't. It's a silly question. Silly presumption. So anyway, there you go. We got the Warrior. We got the War Beast Warrior, who we've seen plenty of already. He's exactly as he was before. I like this. And this is the character I've played more than anything else where people ask me, what is he wearing? So I'll guess that it's done something right somehow. Check if the machined Heart of Thorns weapons look better on Asura. Okay. No, I don't... Well, the only thing I will check is if another weapon set looks better, because I think that the axe and the sword look awesome, and they're really rare. You don't see them much. They don't look practical, obviously, in any way, but that's not the style, is it? We'll go to a vault, shall we? We'll go to a vault. Let's go to the Lily of the Ellen vault. Actually, this map's got really thick post-processing. Let's turn off our post-processing and just use the game's native post-processing. Bunch of haters in here, to be honest. Bet you ain't got fashion IRL. Look, someone's got my back. Which one's with me on? I guess I'll go this one. There's actually more clarity with mine. That's cool. So, we will look at the vault. What is it? Machined. Weapon skins. Machined.
The council has decided to host a festival to welcome our guests and raise spirits. Casino Blitz.
I'll tell you what, machined probably does look really good. It does actually look really quite good. Oh, especially that. The bow? The machined longbow looks awesome. I'll have to run that. Definitely have to run that. The axe, though, I mean, I do prefer the colours, right? The colours actually match the back piece. It looks like this machined stuff was made for the back piece, actually. Do you see how perfectly they fit? The back piece and the weapons go together beautifully. The greatsword looks really good. I'll run the machined longbow. There you go. We've upped our fashion game even more there. So there you go. I'll run that. But I do want the Aether. I want these. I think these skins are cool, and I've never had a good reason to run them. So, not wardrobe. Let's see. Do I have a bow? There you go. It's the Arbiter Great Bow right now, so screw that. We don't care about that. That's default. Machined. I don't even... Where do I get the skin set from? Where is this skin set? Where do you get this from? Oh, yeah, look, it's even got the red on the inside. Wow, the machined longbow looks awesome. Look at that. That's cool. That is a cool weapon. Let's go somewhere brighter so we can see. Back to Caducus. Caducus. Some massive ducking just went through, did it? What, like audio? Oh, do you mean a donation? I'm oblivious. Holy damn, what is this? Sierra again. What the hell? Sierra? Dudes, what on earth? My monthly contribution? Are you going to give me 50 quid monthly? That's insane. That's like... I'm not actually sure what my highest current Patreon person is either. That's crazy. Holy crap. Thank you so much. You have a question? Do you want to talk about anything? You can strong arm this stream to be whatever you want it to be for a little while here. Also, Xavier subbed a second ago. It's great to see you, dude. Thank you so much, man. Prime for eight months in a row. You're such a boss, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really like the bow. I think the bow looks good. Coda's Warmth even probably looks alright with the Warbeast. Shame it doesn't have a cool sound effect that's like mechanized instead of pew-pew sort of wooden sound. But yeah, I think that looks really good. Thank you so much. I don't actually know how to... I sort of struggle with these moments in streams. Thank you, dude. Okay, so next Fashion Wars 2. We have my Thief, who you guys are more than familiar with, has been a verified Fashion Wars pro, and I don't want to hear any dissent in chat, all right? I don't want to hear any rudeness. I don't want to see you guys, you know, taking the higher ground or something. What I have created here is a godly-looking character, and you're all aware of it, so there's no debate on this one. I'm not looking for your feedback. Also, new little addition to it. We got this out of a Black Lion chest on the streams last week. Holy crap, you gave me 50 quid. We could do more keys. I can't spend all these donations on keys, though. It would have to be even. I mean, last weekend was totally nuts. So, this is obviously the best char you'll ever see. And, this is some sweet-ass stuff right here. Just waiting for chat, for people to be rude. Looks like... Oh my god, the colours. Shame you can't take the orange off the armor. Which one? The Warbeast you can take the orange off. Actually, hold on. What if we make it red? Because it's supposed to be red. You like it, just not the helmet? Yeah, I need a better helmet for it. I actually do agree with that. I would rather a better helmet. But I don't know what sort of exists that keeps the fiery sort of style. I've realized one thing. I don't really like characters that have helmets that totally change. Like, there's a lot of helmets in the game right now. So, Bounty on medium is a great example. This, right? I don't actually like helmets like this too much. The Lion's Mask is another one. I mean, it looks interesting, don't get me wrong. And I think that because it's different, it feels kind of fun. But, the Dragon's Mask is another one. Some of the earlier ones, the Totem, the Tiki Totem one as well. Let's see, Tiki Island? Maybe I don't have it for medium. No, here it is, South Sun Mask. So this as well. I think that these are all interesting, and they can make some really weird-looking characters. Like, you could probably create a roster of Fashion Wars that are all running weird faces and stuff like this. And I like it from that perspective, but for the PvP thing, I kind of want... I don't know, I want them to look like real characters kind of thing. You know? But anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll pick a red dye. Let's go Magma, because that's got, like, cool stuff. And then we just change this to, like, red. The dye preview is going to look different to... So there you go. Now we got the red with it now, so it's sort of red. Now Coda's Warmth definitely doesn't work. So if we just unequip Coda's Warmth. Let's unequip the bauble as well with all of that stuff. So now he's got no auras. He looks nice and clean. Pretty good, right? Pretty well matched, I think. 10 out of 10 now. Now the problem is that the headpiece isn't red. If the eye on the headpiece was red, it would be amazing. But we can't dye it. It has to stay blue. So a bit of a shame on that one. Could probably make that one red. There you go. You actually really like all the fashion wars. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate someone with some good taste in chat. I thought I was cultivating an audience of like-minded individuals. I thought I was creating an echo chamber. But apparently, this isn't the premium echo chamber that I thought it was. This is some, like, bully fest. I don't want you guys to change my mind on these things. All right, so anyway, there you go. Next, Fashion Wars 2. Verified Fashion Wars 2 Pro. Okay, again, there's no discussion about this one. This is incredible, and you all know it is. So, I mean, I don't even know why I'm showing it on stream, to be honest, because there's nothing further that needs to be said. We got the badass, tormented Malik's setup, Marganite Abaddon Disciple with the Abaddon weapons and the tormented skin, some of the best skins in the game, all rolled into one beautiful thematic condition damage revenant setup. No, Hellfire Helmet is one of those ones as well that I think, also, like, it's too masky. Like, this one as well, this is too masky, but I'm happy with it anyway, because, look, it's just, this fits. Everything about this fits. Can we get it in better lighting? Okay, back to Caduceus. This is actually a huge waypoint right here. You know something I thought, right, like, more and more as time goes by, I appreciate in games small details that, like, draw the experiences into different contrasting places. And, like, what I've realized the devs have missed a trick with is each expansion, they should have redesigned the style of the waypoints in the map. Listen to this. Listen to the area. You hear that? The waypoint sound? That's a nostalgic, cool sound effect. But to me, that's a Corteria sound effect. I think that Heart of Thorns waypoints should have looked slightly different. There doesn't have to be lore justification or whatever behind it. They should just look slightly different to really emphasize the fact we're in... The icon doesn't have to look any different. But, like, if they were just slightly different, like a slight recolor or a band on them or a slight change to the shape, and the sound effect, if the sound effect on the waypoint was just slightly different. Same with Path of Fire. Little things like that, trust me, would have been really, really, really nice things to properly make you feel like, wow, I'm in a new expansion, I'm in a new area of the world. And it's a trick I realized that the devs sort of missed. Some of you guys might not appreciate what I'm saying there, but I really feel like if you experienced that in action, you would know what I'm talking about. It would have felt really good. So here you go. This is it in sort of daytime. We kind of get our crystally sort of branded. I have actually looked back at this since Path of Fire came out to see whether there's like some new skins I prefer. I think that the gloves could maybe use some work or something. He has two other sets, by the way. He's got a tanky set and he's got like another set. But nothing that they've added really, I think. I mean, there's probably more I could do. Probably. Maybe some of these other things. Warbeast always looks good. So, like, but I don't want everyone to be in Warbeast all the time. This looks pretty good as well. The Bounty Hunter gauntlets. Funerary gauntlets look pretty goddamn nice as well. You get like these spiky bits and the tassels coming out on the sides. Do you see that? So they look pretty cool. But I like sort of the red demonic, like the demonic eyes on these just look too good, right? Like you can't sort of beat it if it's demon themed. And then down here, I don't know, these look alright. Maybe Bounty Hunter feet look better than the ones I've already got. The Massart Brogans we've seen before look very demonic, and I was running that on this set for a while. Funerary Greaves actually probably matches the set really well. So I don't know, there's probably more that can be done. Probably. I have to ask, are WPs movable? Like, can a forward group of Asura go ahead of an expedition and deploy... Oh, not wooden potatoes, waypoints. I have to ask, are waypoints movable? Like, can a forward group of Asura go to explore... yeah, that's the idea, right? Like, in Path of Fire, they set up the idea that the Priory got there just before you, and I think that's the idea. But the waypoints really act best when they're over ley lines, I think is the idea, or magical areas. So I don't think that they're perfectly maneuverable. It's not like you could move this to you know, way down over the other side of the field and it would work just as well. I think the idea is they are supposed to be precise. The purple's ugly, but it fits, man. That's the idea. We're supposed to look like a Marganite. And our name. Look, this is so on point. We are Shiverpeak and a Rook. Okay? We are Marganite Dervish. And we are a Revenant that can run around with a staff. It's so good. A Malay staff that can be skinned to look like a scythe. Get the sun scythe skin from Istan so he actually looks like a dervish. Yeah, that's a cool idea, dude. I've actually realized I want to get all the astral stuff. So I'll show you in a second. We'll go on to that in a minute. So now we have the frog. Now, I know that some of you guys are going to scoff now with the frog. Okay. But I like the frog. I think the frog looks cool. I care about the frog. The frog's weapons and stuff are sort of messed up right now. I don't want you guys to be too mean about the frog. The frog I'm not settled on 100%. In terms of the PvP series. But for now, I think he looks okay. And we've even moved him onto some of the new armor. I get it because he's a char. He kind of moves like a frog. Yeah, let's go with that. Sure, that's what was behind this. Let's break it down. Let's break down the frog. I don't know what there is to break down, really. He's very naturey. This is reminiscent of a lily pad. You see this here? This lily pad theming going on. You can ignore the spear that he's holding. I don't know why I've got him on a spear. We have some prestige gauntlets here that not many people have. Demonstrating that, you know, frogs you probably shouldn't get too close to and lick and smell because they're unhygienic. And we got the frog. We got the frog helmet. Make it look like Pepe the Frog. I don't really care about all that sort of juvenile, adolescent Twitch memeing bullshit, so no. I don't even fully know what that is. It's that little dancing thing that people put in chat, right? So, that's probably where the Fashion Wars ends. Then we've got my glorious guy, who I'm hoping to tier up at some point. They have on the public PvP roadmap that they're going to do another version of PvP armor, which would be a tier higher than this. So you know how the back piece like looked a bit like this, and then it got really fucking good looking, and all the glass on it ended up, you know, translucent and shiny and stuff. I hope that their next tier up does something like that for this, and then that would look really good. And this looks a bit muted. This is a really important set for the PvP series because this is actually what you earn in PvP. This is a PvP character here, like with the PvP skins. I could run the obsidian weapons on it as well. So like it matches with the back piece perfectly. So you can see there. But you see like our shoulders, the wings that are on the shoulders. So like we get our back piece wings and then there's mini versions on the shoulders. If the next version looks even better, which I hope it does, and on the same visual style, it could be really good. But so, yeah, and I like the Voldemort face. He looks different. I like him. The only thing that's not PvP is the legs here. They're Zodiac. But I think they fit better than the other legs, so yeah. And a kind of a very heavy armor looking light set up there. I don't have any, like, super traditional baseline looks, right? So maybe that's a problem. I don't have an Ellie that looks like an Ellie. I don't have a Mesmer that looks like a Mesmer. I don't have a Necro that looks like a Necro. In fact, actually, where is Arachnia? I haven't shown her off at all. She used to actually... She was one of my first forays into Fashion Wars. She's just running Funerary. This is full Funerary right now. Funerary Light default dies. So I might have to try and do something more interesting with her. This is the Balthazar outfit on a character I don't care about. This is the Human Commoner outfit on a character I don't care about. This is default, like, light on a character I don't care about. This is an outfit. I don't want to use outfits. I don't want to use outfits. I don't want anyone to smarmily say in the comments, oh yeah, everything looks good, but they're on the gem store. And then bait me into a discussion about how the gem store doesn't actually mean credit card, blah, blah, blah. This is bladed default dies on a character I don't really care about. This is a Zurich right now, actually, to tell you the truth. He's only in bladed because he's in my Zealot stuff because of the previous stream. Here we've got a Norn. I actually really like this. Medium Funerary looks awesome. So I'll show you this. This is a Norn female in medium Funerary. It's default dies. But look at what it does with, like, there's two things I really like about this outfit. One's like a sexy thing. One of them's a style thing. So I really like this. Look how cool this is on the back. That's actually pretty cool, isn't it? I can imagine you running that with, like, with a greatsword character. This is an NG, so I can't. But you'd run, like, that, what was it, Halloween greatsword, maybe? With the bats and stuff? Cryptophobia, maybe it is? But I think this looks really good. And then the other thing I like about it is it actually it's quite a tantalizing, like, upskirt thigh shot there on that as well, actually. So it's got a bit for the sexiness. And we're an extremely busty Norn female here as well, so you get a little bit of the cleavage going as well. I think this is a really cool set. You could probably dye this in some interesting ways. Get a good back piece that goes with that. The helmet people are going to question, but I like that. Yeah, this is a full-on fashion stream. Look, I'm broadening my horizons, all right? I'm broadening them. And don't let anyone tell you that I'm not good at the rest of the game, because, segue, we're done with the fashions bit now. Segue, top 5 NA, bitches. I was top 3 last night as well, and then I lost a game, so I got salty. But I've been on a hell of a win streak. I've been doing amazing in PvP. All fresh air. I was actually going to stop, and I was going to learn... like a Mesmer spec or something a bit more overpowered. But I did so well yesterday. It just kept coming. I climbed like 100 rating. And I was top 3. I was top 3. So the thing is as well, March 13 is when the season ends. So I might bail out of PvP now and just play to reduce decay. My goal was top 25. So if I just do decay games and I lose a load of them, I might fall out anyway. But I don't know. What if I win a couple? I might actually be able to snag a good title here. Most people are like, oh, I don't care. It's not competitive anyway. I don't care. Fuck those guys. I care. I'm going to try for this, man. I'd really like to like get a good thing here. Candace came back as well, and he's top 1. He's number 1 actually now already. We were really close to Legend as well at one point. When I was top 3, I was really close. It looks like it's all shifted down a bit. Yesterday, number 1 was like 1779 or something. But yeah, so yeah, I got the Fashion Wars going on. I should finish this last Byzantium chest at least. I got the Fashion Wars going on. So here's another thing. One of the main reasons I've been PvPing is for Krautkite ore. Which, if we have a look at my bank, I'm going for Astral. I'm going for all the Astral stuff from Istan. So if we go material storage, I've got 2,000 of it in storage here. 2,000 just sitting around. That's worth 25 gold raw. So I've got 2,000 sitting around. And then to go to my actual bank, I've got another 1,000, another 1,000, and another 1,000. This is all just from PvPing. So I want to spend all of this to get my Astral stuff. Pretty cool idea, right, guys? But except I've now just realised I'm not even allowed to get it until I do an achievement, which I haven't done. This is how little I've spent in Istan, right? This is daily time gated. No, why? It's daily time gated. Oh, and I only realised right after reset last night. So I have to like keep coming back to her each day before I can even start buying the stuff and make like the ingots. How much magic is that worth? I don't know. I mean, I could convert it all into unstable magic, right, as well. I think I've got quite a lot of that, too, because the reward track just straight up gives you that, I think. So I've got... Let me map currencies. I've got 5,000 of that. 6,000 almost. So, I mean, I'll be pretty set next episode to just buy a ton of whatever they do. I liked this. People knew about the weapons but had no idea how to get them. Yeah, I mean, I've got no idea, really. I thought I could just skip it all, but no, I actually have to do some stuff. So I got to do the daily time gate thing. That's how little I've spent in Daybreak. Which is such a shame, because I love Istan, man. I really do.
All things have a right to grow.
Your top 1 EU as Tempest double sword with Tornado alt... Double sword? Do you mean... with Tornado? I don't know how you could be double sword with Tornado. If you were running a Sword Weaver and the Fiery Greatsword, I could see it, but... How much PvP did I do for that? I am one of the most PvP... one of the players who's played the most on NA. This season, I've got 493 wins, 375 losses. So, when this ticks to 500, this will look like a really good win rate. Because it'll be 500 wins, 300 losses. It will look good. And then you'll decipher it and you'll realise. It's not actually that amazing. So I am quite a lot on NA. Apparently a guy on EU has played like 3,000 games or something. 5,000 games is some nuts number. But you won't find many people with more games than me anywhere in the top 50. You really won't. So I'm sort of the main guy that's been playing at the moment. This guy's got quite a lot. Chili. Chili's been playing a lot. Still not quite as much as me. Chili will easily be up here on the higher ends of the leaderboard as well. But yeah, so I have played a lot to do this. I can't tell you that this all just... I mean, a lot of it did get thrown at me. And a lot of it's just that no one really hardcores PvP at the moment. I don't feel like it was that much. I've managed to hold my job down and do stuff productively with my real life while PvPing. But yeah, so it has been a lot. I'm still like 1,000 or behind getting the full Astral set, the full set. But since episode 2's coming out, I'm kind of running out of time, so whatever. Yeah, Guybrush, being top of that's not really relevant, right? Like how many or few games you play. Like number 2 right now is this guy. He's played basically the bare minimum games to even be on the leaderboard, right? So basically, this is a guy that cares a lot about his rating, and he's done the bare minimum to appear up there. And now he's scared to keep queuing because he knows he might fall down because of the RNG. So anyway, I could talk more about the leaderboard mechanics and why it's different on EU to NA and stuff, but anyway, yeah, so that was that with the fashion wars. That was that. So here's another thing I wanted to do. Let's go back to my Ellie. I wanted to show you something else. You may have noticed, actually you won't notice, basically, because of all the fashion wars too, I extracted a lot of ghostly infusions, which I've decided I don't like for now. Later I'll like them again, I'm sure. I extracted a lot of ghostly infusions, sold a lot of ghostly infusions, the PvP money obviously rolling in since Ipos was over. So I bought a little something. I worked away. It cost me about 200 gold. And I still got, like, how much in my bank? 100 left, right? Oh, guys. Oh, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? You see a pure min-maxed, at last, 7 months since the Path of Fire release, inventory on my main. This is meta bag wars 2. This is the full 320 slot inventory with max account slots as well. This is like pretty no life you're looking at right here. So I had to get my 2 final bags yesterday. Weapons appear at the bottom with the legendaries loaded on the right. Consumables at the top with item consumables and food consumables on the right. So yeah, hell of an inventory right there, wouldn't you say? And I've even cleaned up my thingy up here too. There's this Royal Pass thing that I don't know whether I care about, and then the Chromatic Ooze that I don't know whether I care about. But yeah, think about how much Palawa loot I could take. Yeah, and with unidentified items in the game now, like I cannot imagine ever having issues on lists. The problem is I just sort of I don't play much PvE on this anymore. However, so another thing that I did during the week. Actually, hold on. Let me put those. These are going to be for a video later. I'm going to start working on the ring as and when. We'll see what episode 2 does for the ring. I don't know what it's going to do. If we get a lot more progress on that, I might make a video and start working on that. So, the other thing I did was I bought... well, I finished off the... funerary set. So if you remember at the end of last stream I had to get that granite and I had to get the tamarisk and I had to get the lilies and stuff. I just ran through the maps off screen, like I said. I got those. I got the funerary stuff. I'm completely out now of the currency from killing legendary bounties. So this elegy mosaics, I have 0 of these. So the only Path of Fire collection really left for me to get is funerary weapons, which take tons of these. So it's just enormous amounts of legendary bounties you have to do. It's a lot of grind, or a lot of Black Lion chest grind, one or the other. It's a lot. So this is the last one I need. The other one is Final Sting, which I haven't got. This is making the last dwarven weapon in the mines, which I'll go back to with my girlfriend at some point. But I did a Legend in the Flesh, so this is the Bounty Hunter stuff is done. I did Exaltation of the Guardians. That was on a stream I did with you guys. That's doing all the metas. Gate of Goodbyes we did ages ago. That's the mines. Last Rites, don't know what that is. Glorify the Golden Heart we did on stream. This was all the gemstones. They added so many rare collections that aren't actually rare collections, as I've seen. Funerary stuff there. The Sun is Silent for this one. We finished now. Where is it? There was one more that I needed to do. The Collection of Tribute. This is what I did off screen, but we were doing on the last stream. Rise of the Crescent. Here you go. So I needed all the Mordant skins. So you can get the Mordant skins by getting the Awakened skin and then buying a recipe to craft them. Or on the trading post, there are some named exotics, which are really cheap now. They're getting lower and lower and lower in price over time. So I did this as well. I didn't have this last stream, and I just bought these. This was pretty cheap. This was not too bad. You can craft the expensive ones, and you can get the cheap ones for like a couple of gold. It's like nothing really. So yeah, I got that. So basically, that is to say, everything rare collections-wise, everything except doing the last token part of the Dwarven Dungeon and the funerary weapons is done for me now. So that's really cool. Which shifts my focus now onto the map-based collections, so Desert Highlands, Ellen Riverlands, Desolation, Vabi, all of these I've got to do, and then also the Elite Specializations. So the only Path of Fire one I've done is the Cursed Flintlock, which I did ages ago for the audio, because I thought that it was loaded onto that, but it's not, it's just Deadeye in general. So, yeah, I got all of these to do now, and I've got good progress on a ton of them. Without even trying. I've just got to do stuff like throw coins in the Mystic Forge and win races on the various things. But because, like, say, we've got the specializations done and we've got the Mordant skins done, a lot of it's done, right? So it's pretty good. I'll work on that at some point in the future. But from completing all the collections, all of this was to say, you get these rewards from completing the collections. They're one-time only pickups. And I don't know really what you get out of them. I think this is a mess. I've said this 100 times before. I think it's a mess. But I feel like if I open them off screen or not on a video or something, in some ways it doesn't share it. So I'm going to share with you opening these. I don't know what comes out of them. We'll just see, okay? So first of all, Lost Treasure of the Great Zertuka. Zertuka being a Guild Wars 1 character that was like this guy full of bravado in the early story, and then he dies somewhere out in the wilderness, and you find his gear strewn about. So we get a Zertuka Harrier inscription. We get 10 putrescences, which is a dead currency that they failed to balance properly economically. And we get a choice of just one recipe or 4 pulsing brand sparks. Are these important for getting the astral stuff? I guess they're not important. We'll go top down, all right? So we'll grab that.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
If you guys have any advice for what I should pick up here, by the way, we will, please tell me. Why can't I double-click this? Oh, it's the inscription. Oh. Ooh, that's just going to sit around in my inventory for ages. I don't know. Gewendor says, why don't you do a Stellaris stream introducing the new expansion? Because I haven't played the new expansion yet. I'm waiting for more, like, post-update support to fix, like, the Marauders and stuff. I don't know. At some point, I might, Gewendor, at some point. I'm quite into Guild Wars at the moment, though. Significantly into Guild Wars. I don't know about this. This is a bit annoying. Because I might actually want Harriers at some point, but holding on to it. Anyway, legendary belongings of the Great Zertuka. So we get a Harrier insignia. Currencies. We get some Armorsmith's Greaves recipe.
Know good use for this.
So we get a thing for a weapon. We get a thing for an armor piece. We get Nadija's Royal Armor Cache. Nadija we actually meet in the story. I guess I wouldn't spoil who she is too much. Here we get Martial insignia. God, I might actually delete these. Legitimately might delete these. Here we get her Royal Arms cache. So this will be for the weapon, won't it? We get the artifact.
Oh, I know of a good use for
You can see what the devs are doing, I guess, but I don't know. We get Experimental War Beast apparatus. So this is a Harrier insignia again. So we actually get 2. Now I'm more happy to keep them because we got 2, right? So and we can come down and get this one here. The Nadija is for stellar crafting, is it? Is that exotic, though, or ascended? Because this is ascended. You don't have to start ascended, do you? For stellar. Do you? If you have to start ascended for stellar, that's crazy. So here's a recipe to learn how to make Warbeast stuff. But we've already done that because we got it all through PvP. I'll take the tailoring one anyway. Oh, and this one's pretty good. So we get the Battle Regalia of the Twin Dynasts. So this is for getting all the funerary stuff. This is actually quite difficult. Because each segment of funerary itself was a rare collection. So this is like the final box. And we get to choose just some straight up ascended armor. Which is really nice. And they have special names, but not a special skin. The twins is leggings. I guess it's because of their stat set, right? What stat set is this? Grieving. So grieving armor. I do want to open this. I guess, I mean, it should be a chess piece, if anything, right? It should be a chess piece that we go for. Let me check my bank and see what I'm missing.
Accelerating.
You can only craft one stellar weapon.
I know your
What?
face,
How do you get the whole set then? Hey Els, hey WP, looking forward to the new Living World episode next week, and your coverage really need new content right now to be drawn to play the game more consistently. Oh, that's a shame, dude. I mean, I've been playing this super heavy, and it's not been reliant on any patches. It's just because of the competitive format, I guess. But I know how you feel for sure.
More violets, I say. Less violence.
What set is incomplete armor-wise? I don't know. They're all done. And the more once I start getting this legendary armor rolling in from PvP, this is going to get really icky. What's this here? I guess I'll just move the box. I guess we'll just keep the box. Why not? For the day that I care about it, we'll keep that box. That's just an ascended armor box anyway, right? There's no other stuff in it, so. You get the stellar recipes unlocked once you've made one astral, but they take Nadija inscriptions and brand sparks. Wow, how expensive is that then? Oh dear. Okay, so this is actually a bit annoying. What am I going to want to do with these? I don't want to clutter my bank up. I guess I'll put them all on the engineer hero, who is sort of my trash character right now. He's sort of like my deep storage bank. Anything that I really don't care about, or like is like a toy, or like some weird old item that I'm not proud of having, but it's just there, they all go onto the engineer hero. Do you think that getting the bigger bags was worth it? For me, yeah, but only because I sort of knew I wanted a pure ascended character. I wanted every slot that could be ascended to be ascended. I wanted it all fully tiered out. So for that reason, I sort of knew that, yes, I cared about that. And it didn't even matter about the practical side of it, but that's a bit of a pathetic no-life perspective I have there. In terms of practical application of having all the super high bags, I don't know, because I haven't really used lists much, so I couldn't tell you from that. I haven't used PvE lists very much, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to have it. It's a reward for me. It's a pretty rare thing. Not too many players have it. I actually have some like 24 slot bags as well sitting around, because I messed up the crafting. We can sell this here. The Eyes of Cormier. Look at that. Look at that on the TP, just seeing all these. I mean, one thing I do regret is there's not much flavor to it. And another thing I kind of find interesting is like some early primitive design. Liss's old backpack, I didn't have the heart to delete. The actual backpack is now worse for me. Where is it? It's in the bank somewhere. Here. And it's funny because it says a starter backpack, a 20-slot bag for beginning characters. That terminology there for beginning characters is always weird to me. It reminds me of like Maple's Story, where you have beginning characters and stuff. Like the idea was that early thoughts when that flavor text was written there was that replacing your backpack was going to be a core part of the gameplay. And now it's just sort of not. Like in Path of Fire, you have the choice of replacing it with a saddlebag. But it's just, you know, there's like a break in the line somewhere. Alright, okay, so Wootkex has got... So just before we get into the story now, Wootkex has got something he wants to say. So, anyone associated with Spud whatsoever who wants to join for a big event, okay? The date is currently... the 3rd. So, in 2 weeks from now, literally, 7 days... 7 days again, okay? So this event, guys, what's going to happen is on Tuesday, you're all going to zerg back to the game. All the fair weather people are going to come back. They're all going to be enjoying the new patch. And then they're going to start getting bored of it just like over a week after, right? I know how you all think that's generally what's going to happen. However, right around that time, Spud has beautifully timed a very cool event, okay? So we are announcing a big new event on March 17th. This is for EU accounts, okay? We're going to do a treasure hunt story in the Desert Highlands, okay? It's called Trails of the Sand, Quest for Atta. So there is a document, and in it we will find an introduction to the event, how the story will start. If we're a Spud member, we can join for a prize. If you're not in the guild, it's fine. You can still come and enjoy the story. Or, guys, you can try and join Spud before it goes. Remember, it's 2 weeks from now. So if you join Spud, you can get in for big prizes. That's March 17th. I will post it in chat here. I'm going to do a video on Wooden Potatoes 2 announcing this. It's got a cool screenshot and stuff. Definitely check it out. It's a lovely day in the Crystal Desert. After your return from death and the victory over a rogue god, you decide to take a short break in Amnoon. You sit down and attempt to take the first sip of your drink as an Alonian boy approaches you. You are the one they called Commander, right? The one who saved us all, he asks. Indeed, how can I help you? My father wants me to give you this letter, he answers. He just came back from the Makali outpost where he was told to deliver this to you once you're back in Amnoon. After handing the letter over, the boy continues to stare at you. Is there anything else, you ask? Have you really fought one of the 6, he says? I guess I did. Now, take the silver coin and go home to your father. After the boy has left you, you open the letter. It says, Commander, you don't know me, but I need your help. My daughter Wendene and her guild, Eternity's Guard, followed you to the desert highlands to help fight Balthazar. But where you came back, they haven't. She has not come home. I know you must be very busy with important matters, but I need to know what happened. If you can arrange it, please meet me at Diviner's Reach and help me find my daughter. Jinari Atta. So that's Trails in the Sand, guys. The quest for Atta. Welcome, Spuds, to Trails in the Sand, a scavenger hunt and story taking place in the Desert Highlands. For this event, you will be searching for members of the Eternity's Guard by completing tasks, gathering hints, and solving riddles. So anyone can join, but if you're a member of the Spud Club or the Spud Club 2, you can win fat prizes from this as well. So there'll be scripts, there'll be role-playing, there'll be all kinds of cool stuff. I will be there. Hopefully I'll stream it as well. It should be good stuff. The writer is female, you moron? How am I a moron? How am I supposed to know that Jinari is a female name? That Atta is a female name? What? Jinari? Is that a female name? I could imagine a guy called Jinari. Anyway, look, the alternative would have been me doing my horrendous female voice, so obviously we don't care for that, obviously. The other thing I did, by the way, on my account was clear all of their inventories, which I'm pretty happy with. So there you go, the Fashion Wars 2. I now want to ask Jerry, which is the best Fashion Wars 2? The White Mage? The PvP, Verified PvP Pro? The Frog? The Marganite? The Killbot 3000? The Flame Thief? The Warbeast Warrior? The Ornate Warrior? The Corsair Affiliate? And that's it. That's the Fashion Wars 2. Or the Exploded Pillow Tengu. So little guest appearance here from the Tengu. Which one's best, guys? Tell me which one's best. Okay, so they're all ascended. It's really expensive. You need a lot of Nadja inscriptions that use Spear Marshal on it. You need vision crystals, 50 ingots, and rose quartz to each one. Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. So the Tengu. So the Tengu's the other one. What do we think about the Tengu? I think the Tengu looks great just because of the soaring sword, the great sword. Look at all these feathers. Look at all the feathers, guys. It's amazing. You got feathers here. You got feathers here. You got feathers here. It's beautiful. You got blue tint to it all. You got yellow matching the yellow on the great swords. You got, you know, feet that look like bird feet because of their splayed toes. Gauntlets could probably be better.
They ought to have been wiped out long ago. You know what they say.
You're a Sura Ranger after the weapon skin and dye change. It's still only a 7.5. You pecky bastard. I'm pretty happy with that, though, because I made that last night. So in Jerry's eyes, this is the winner. Yeah, Anve, I'll draw the winners, hopefully, if I remember right, after the stream. Okay. So anyway, Fashion Wars 2 for how long? For 50 minutes. 50 minutes of Fashion Wars 2. Something is different about the dyes on this guy, and I don't know what. Something is different, though. I thought this body had collision for a second there. You could probably take a pretty cool screenshot by positioning perfectly and making it look like you've killed the worm. Anyway. So, yeah, we're going to have to replay, I'm afraid. And we have to re-record all the stuffs. I am very sorry about that, but it shouldn't take too long. We're going to have to get the audio balance perfect for you guys so that you can hear the dialogue, but also things aren't too loud. I'm guessing this will be okay. Our inventory's nice and clean. All we have is a spare set of Ardent Glorious stuff in here. But I think that's fine. And then we'll just run Dragon's Breath buns. I think this is all okay. Look, the Devil Horns even work really well. Donation a little while ago, really? Oh my god, Shubi! Oh my god, and I just remembered Sierra gave that fucking ridiculous donation earlier as well. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Is this because people want to see more Black Lion key opening? Thank you so much, dude. That's very, very cool. Ailes, HWP, looking forward to the new season. Oh, you already said that. I missed the donation even after reading Ailes earlier. Thanks very much, Shubi. That's super cool. Thank you very much, and I'm really sorry for missing that. By the way, Twitch has added 3 to 8 years sub badges, and you and Lusky are coming up to 3 years. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, so some very sad news. Very sad news. 2 horrible things came through right back to back on the same day for me the other day. So, first of all, I've been asking Grember about the mirror and about the next version of Guild Wars 2 hook. I can't scroll it on right now because it's bugged. And I've really wanted the next version of Guild Wars 2 hook, right? So I threw him another message, and so Wednesday, this was the Doom Day, Wednesday. So listen to this. He says, "Hey, I'm sorry about the lack of an update. Sadly, I don't have time for personal projects currently. Sad face. But I'm not giving up on this project. I really think that trying to make a generic version of this was way too big of a work, at least until I finish my studies. So I might just go back to the Guild Wars 2 only project as soon as I get more free time and I start to update it again." So, I'm glad that he's going back to the Guild Wars 2 only version. I'm glad, hopefully he gets the you know, allows us... All I want is for him to give us a variable injection point. That's all I want, so that I can actually run the mirror without bypassing certain elements of the UI that I care about. But so, yeah, Grember says he's got no time right now. So Guild Wars 2 hook is what you see it is right now. Unfortunately, the mirror isn't going to work for a while. I could maybe tweak it and fiddle around, and we could play, like, a character with 0 ground target abilities. I mean, this is pretty close, to be honest. You get rid of the banner and we're on it, right? A character with 0 ground target abilities, and you just toggle all nameplates and things off, and you play an action cam, the mirror would work. And we could do the mirror. But it's a bit limited right now, so I don't know. So that's a shame. That was blow number 1, but blow number 2, which was much heavier. I'm sure he won't mind me reading this out. Oh, well, I guess I won't. But listen, Waldir, over the past year and a half, has just been like a really, really talented ally who's done all this cool stuff, helped me out with a variety of different things. Not just me, but many different Guild Wars 2 content creators. Extremely talented dude. He's the guy that hosted the website, took my walls of text and made it look good enough to actually present to the public. He's created all the badges. He's created all of the emotes you see. He's created what little remains of the overlay you can see here. He's been a great guy, like super, super useful, super helpful. And unfortunately, he's had a career change and he can't do anything anymore. So, real sting. He's one of the, like, artist-wise, one of the best collaborators I've ever had in 7 years. Like, genuinely, really fucking awesome. Like, and such a selfless, cool guy. So, basically, I've got no one creating any graphics or helping with the website or anything anymore. I've got nothing. So, I don't know what I'll do about that. Here's the thing, right? Like, ideally, I don't really want... I want to pay someone proper money. I want to, like, hire someone to do it well. But I don't have enough money. I don't earn anything. I don't... So, I can't do that. I don't like relying on generosity. I will rely on generosity as long as it, like, comes out of nowhere and it's just someone offering. But then there's no way... It's the same as with, like, the art law series. It's like, what if they're not very good? Like, I don't... Beggars can't be choosers kind of thing. I don't like... So it's very, very weird. Like, I don't know what I'm doing now, basically, is the point. I don't want to, like... And the other thing is, I would love to pay someone a pittance. Not because I want to be cheap out on people, but because that's the limit of my means. But then if someone's getting paid a pittance, like, I don't know. It's just all a bit gross. I got really thrown off as well, because as soon as that happened on Wednesday and he had to say goodbye... I was just randomly browsing Reddit, and I can't remember what subreddit I was on, but there was a subreddit that was talking about, and it had massive... There was a thread on a subreddit. It had massive upvotes, and it was like one of those starter pack memes, and it was a starter pack for working as a graphic designer for a YouTuber slash Twitch streamer. And it had all this stuff in the starter pack, like the YouTuber never responds to any messages, but then we'll send a message at 3 a.m. saying, "Oh, make this for me," and it's got to be done in an hour. And it's got stuff like the YouTuber requesting contradictory things, and the YouTuber not knowing what they want, and all this stuff. And like, I don't know, I don't want to be one of those guys that's like really demanding about stuff that he wants. I should just learn stuff myself, right? I should just take the time to really learn Photoshop and be reliant on myself. I just, you guys know this about me. I'm a bit introverted in a lot of ways, and I don't think I work very well with other people. I don't like relying on other people. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff. So yes, there are new Twitch badges. I've got no one that could make those right now, and I'm not talented enough to make them, and I don't know how I would find someone. I don't know how comfortable I'd be working with someone else. There's just all that stuff going on. So mostly right now, I'm just, you know, good luck to Waldir, obviously. I basically, when I responded to him, I said, listen, I will probably still be here many years down the line. So if your career goes tits up, if you get laid off, if you find it's not for you, whatever, if you find more free time on your hands, trust me, even if it's like 6 years in the future, Old Faithful Wooden Potatoes will still be sitting here. So don't you worry about that, mate. If you're ever interested, I'll be here. But yeah, so I don't know. Ask Tormek, he's competent. He's competent. What a horrible thing to say. On my developer 1v1. So here's another thing that happened. I started doing Game of the Day during the week, right? I think I was already doing it by the last stream. And one of the Game of the Days has me 1v1ing with ArenaNet Ben, the legend himself. The best dev right now in terms of community interaction. What a god, right? So we have some 1v1s. And I commentated it. And when I was watching the video back after I'd made it, I'd realized I'd been really rude. Basically, all I said about his capability as a warrior was I said, "No, I think he plays it very competently." That's what I said. That was my commentary. I think he plays it competently. That's like so rude. I was like, oh god, that sounds so horrible. I think he played it well. Ewendor says, what sort of website things are you on? Well, we had loads of ideas back when we were very inspired. Like, I want to host a ton of reshade presets for the game. I think you could actually run an approximated version of PvE leagues through a website. I think if I ever start properly showing my builds and things off, I could host those on the website. I actually think there's a lot we could do on the website. You could do a lot of fun things with APIs as well. But, like, the kind of things that you'd put on it would take, like, real, genuine, like, lots of talent and time and effort and things. And I can't compensate people for that. And I don't feel right taking that time off of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, so... There are some people in the community who have got, like, incredible jobs and incredible work ethics and talent that allows them to hold a full-time job, but also do, like, all this amazing stuff for the Guild Wars community. So, like, Shaman is a perfect example, I think. Shaman's, like, such a well-balanced, awesome guy that he can do all these cool, creative, interesting things for the Guild Wars community, but he doesn't, like, sacrifice his real life for it, and it's, like, just fucking incredible. But unless Guild Wars 2 was like 10 times its size, you're just not going to find that much talent and that many people in that place in their lives that can do that, you know. I would have counted Waldir among them. Anyway, this whole conversation isn't me about begging you guys for support with things. Let's actually start playing, shall we? What is this? Coins for pickup? Why do I have coins for pickup? Sharpening stones that I sold maybe or something? We'll just leave that. All right, here we go. Sparking the Flame. Replay this chapter. Okay. So we get a mail. Oh, I have a birthday thing. Oh, yeah, we have a couple of these as well. So hold on. Bacon's All Mine wants to do a giveaway. Not much, but I'm sure someone would like it. Aetherized Pistol Skin. So let's do a giveaway. I'll give that away right here on this stream.
Better than moon.
Actually, do we have any mods? Rav, do you know how to work the 10 times sub luck thing? Do you know how that works, Rav? Yeah, I'm excited. We just advertised it on stream. If he knows, we'll do a giveaway. But right now, I've got to focus on the footage. So hold on. We got that. And then the other thing we've got... so a few days ago, someone said, "Hey, WP, what do you do if nobody focuses on any of the mechanics in Conquest?" And I said, "You're bad at the game." And they sent this mail, and they said, no, I was talking about things like Bell, stillness, and stuff. So my actual answer there, and I felt really bad about not giving them a proper response if this is what they meant. You can only do so much, but you can make sure you're the one that's playing into them. So, for example, stillness and tranquility and stuff. As long as you know that you're going to go there, you can swing it for your team. Like, as long as you have the awareness for those, the same with the bell as well. But don't commit to fights you're going to lose. If you're trying to force a 1v3, you just bail out of a 1v3, right? If you're in a 1v2 that you can't sustain, you bail out of it. And you take the nodes on the rest of the map, if that's all your team can tunnel vision onto. It is tricky. The trickiest one, I think, is Lord, when people don't understand that Lord is being rushed or that a Lord rush play is being made and they don't contribute to it. That's damning. But these other ones, like Bell and Stillness and stuff, if none of your team's going for it and you'd be massively outnumbered, you can stall it for a while, but go for the nose with them then. If some of them you can take all on your own. So, yeah, I don't know. Here's my answer to you there, and hopefully that person who asked that is still there. And I'm sorry that you never got a good response all that time ago. You asked some guidance with that regard to the other mods. You haven't received it yet. Dude, I've really, really got to sort this out, haven't I? We've got to get into Discord and figure out what's going on with the Twitch mods. We really do. I will do my best, man. We're going to have to figure that out. It's been sort of obscene amount of time. Thanks so much for the sub there. ABC Miaz. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks so much, dude, Miaz. That's awesome. Actually, that was a follow. That wasn't a sub. Who subbed? Arcticaz. Thank you very much, Arcticaz. All right, let's actually play the game, shall we? So we didn't get the mail again. What? Read the letter. Crisis. Yeah? Where is it? Oh, here. It's this one. Okay. The conflict in the Crystal Desert is bleeding over into Central Tyria with refugees pouring into Lion's Arch every day. Queen Jenna has already dispatched a diplomatic team from Divinity's Reach. You and I have some common interests in play. I'd like to discuss them in private. I think maybe we can help each other. Meet me at my office as soon as you can. This is going to be a bit rushed because we already did this, guys. So we will see every bit of dialogue on screen so that I can refer to it later in my videos. But we're not going to, like, analyze every little thing. I'm not going to give you my impressions and feedback. Oh, wait. We can't Raptor yet. We have to walk. So yeah. Not really my responsibility. Well, it is really. It's sort of my responsibility to make sure that my Twitch mods know what their jobs are and have tools and can communicate and all that stuff. It sort of is. I've left everyone thrown into the wind, really. Let's be honest. It's sending me a really route to Keel's office. Don't understand why. What is this orange haze? It's like sunset, I guess. Don't be mean? Who have I been mean to? What? Isn't there some non-repeatable bits? The rewards won't flash up properly, but I'm not going to be... I really don't know how I'm going to handle this video. This series of videos, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I don't know how I can do it in a way that's fun. We'll find a way. But, yeah, the rewards, I don't think I'll ever be interested in talking about anyway. Except the flavor text on them.
Oh, good. You made it.
Happy to lend a hand to fight the blaze.
I think I speak for all of the Captain's Council when I say we're beyond grateful to have a group of folks like you on our side. We can ship out once the rest of Dragon's Watch gets here.
It'll just be me.
Oh, one person.
Well, if you need help with Photoshop, hit me up. I can't make a website. I only just learned basics. Well, one thing I want to do a bounty thing, right? Where... I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly through the dialogue. I'm just going to assume you can and see if complaints appear in chat. One thing I want to do is like a bounty thing where I have a page of just different jobs I'd love the community to do for me, and I pay you gems to do it. So it's literally like, win 400 gems for making me a 3-year and blah 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 year emote. Do you know what? It's just stuff like that. And things that benefit the Guild Wars community. I'll pay you 400 gems to make a good Guild Wars 2 hook preset. Stuff like that. I did get really far into setting up a prototype just before Christmas, but it sort of all fell apart.
I might not be able to stay in constant contact with you.
What a disappointment.
Huh, look at that. You broke Scruffy's sarcasm meter.
Bear says it's kind of hard to hear Keel. This stream, you're not going to be able to invest yourself and get into the story, because that's not what I'm interested in. We already did this last weekend, or the weekend before. So there's just...
A battalion of my best is ready to
there's no real enthusiasm on my part to do it that way. The dice contest hasn't been won yet, Rain Pumpkin, because we have to go back in the story to do War Beast again, so...
Best track record with them.
No promises.
Might be smarter to get it insured. Best of luck, Commander. It's a powder keg over there, and that maniac has already lit the fuse.
But you said let me know. No. What I want to know is if you can't hear me.
Let's talk shipping details.
It's if you can't hear me that I'm interested in. I know, it's very narcissistic. But yeah, I don't care if you can't hear the dialogue too much. People on YouTube will be able to, and that's what's important. But yeah, so the dye contest hasn't been won yet because we're back to this outfit or armor set because I lost the footage.
Status report on those supplies.
They're on the way. I had to reroute a few shipments, though. The original recipients are already complaining.
That's council business. Leave it to me. The refugees need food and medicine now. Sorting out who gets paid can wait.
There's something else. Most of the refugees don't have appropriate clothing for this colder climate.
I really like the playthrough idea you discussed the other day. I think you should try it for future content. The cool thing is that it allows you to talk about details that perhaps wouldn't be included in the style of videos you currently do, and maybe you can do a shorter video afterwards. Yeah, what I really want to do, is make an amazing Let's Play of the game. I would love to do that. I would really, really love to do a good Let's Play. It would get me in the rhythm of doing, like, a style of content pace that I haven't done for ages, but I really want to get back to. So we'll speak to Ogden here. It would get me into that, but also, it would then segue and give me so much more peace of mind and freedom and ease when new Living World episodes come out for making that kind of stuff. Here's the problem, though. I don't think people would want to watch a Let's Play. Like, it would take quite a lot to get people into it, and I don't know, and I don't want to start it at the start of HOT. I don't want to start it at the start of Season 2. I don't really want to do it when there's no Season 1 in the game at all. And Corteria is just, like, so hard to make entertaining. It's like, it's difficult. I don't know. It's difficult.
I'll support your people as best I can, but I've got a mission of my own. Good luck, Ogden. Until we meet again.
This may not be relevant, but check out Crash Plan to back up your computer. Okay, can you remind me? Can you send me a PM on Twitch to use Crash Plan? That sounds cool. I'll have a look at that. Thanks very much for the Prime. Nice FF. And Soldiers82. So yeah, I haven't told people or reminded them about this for ages, and our subs have been dropping quite substantially. Oh, actually, not quite substantially. But just as a reminder, guys, if you have Amazon Prime, you know, where you get free fast delivery and you get the TV and all that stuff, if you have that, you can, for free on Twitch, sub to someone, which gives you, like, badges and emotes and fun things, and it also gives me some pennies in the pocket. So that's pretty cool. If you are interested in it, it's just a couple of clicks away, and it would be very cool if you guys did. There you go. There's the shilling. There's the selling out section.
Let chaos bringers and quag and kickers.
You can make an LP like Peachy does, just highlights and the full thing. No, I don't want to do a highlight. I don't know. I don't like that. It may work for Peachy. I don't like that format at all, though. Basically, I just try and make the best LP I possibly can that focuses on story and demonstrates mechanics and shows the game with the best graphics I can possibly show, has, like, the most attentive camera movements I can possibly do, makes it as immersive as possible, teaches people from the ground up everything they know about Tyria, like a great entry point to teach people about this game and this franchise. An equivalent for Guild Wars 2 to my Guild Wars 1 LP, right? Which people still watch and people still enjoy. I'd love to do that. But it is a big project. The thing is, it's just so big. It would take me, like, I mean, maybe if I had a really good work ethic, if I put everything on hold, all my background stuff on hold as well, we could have it fully done in, like, a month. I don't know, like 4 to 5 months. We could maybe get through Corteria. Is that worth investing at the start of the year?
Sheriff, just wanted to say how glad I am Keel brought you in.
Look, we're getting people on Prime. Look at that crap, man. That's so cool. Auden Branch, thank you. Bigging Reds, it's good to see you too. XIVXIS. Hannah's 84. I'll actually tell you what, that was really dumb, because that's going to overlap with all this audio now, isn't it?
Even our leaders live by the rule. It's easier to get forgiveness than permission.
You may be right. But even if they are being tricky, the desert region needs help. And Balthazar has to be stopped.
Oh, I support the cause. But I'm not taking the heat when the council finds out. Good hunting, Commander.
I don't know. What do you guys think's better camera-wise? Should I full screen on these guys? Should I first person on these guys? Maybe I should first person. The game probably looks better. The thing is, I don't like first personing because then I lose the visual effect of my text bubble. Which is better? You guys tell me, as a spectator, what's better to watch here? my full screen zoom in so you can really see their animations and their designs and stuff and really watch as that, because they put a lot of effort into that? Or is it better for me to stay at third person so my character's on screen and you see my speech bubble as well? Which one's better for spectating? First person is awful because you get 70% negative space. I feel like there's more negative space on third person because you get all around the left of the character and all around the right is a ton of negative space. You guys think thirds? See, my hunch is that first is better because you really get to see the characters a lot better. You get to see the cloth on their armor, you get to see their faces, you get to see the emotes they're pulling off. Third, but always rotate the camera so it's not your backside. So when I speak, I look at myself. When they speak, I look at them. First doesn't feel as immersive. You'd say third. Well, don't forget that there's a chat box. You guys can't see it on chat on stream, but in the bottom left there is a chat box. So the text is printed anyway. You don't need to see. It's just the specific timing is there. You should shift your camera view left or right. Yeah, but then people whinge at me. People have always whinged. If I play like this, people have always hated this. They've always hated it. People always proper whinge about this. I've always liked this. I think it looks cool, especially in a action cam. This would look good in dialogue scenes, though. I agree. The game should like automatically shift it or something in dialogue. They could do such. I really want them to look at the camera during dialogue. Because again, I've described it as before. It's like we're itchy while we're in conversations, trying to find the best way of doing it. Hasn't a story choice been made? So when you do the casino instance, you'll have different dialogue.
We're ready to leave when you
I don't know how it'll work actually.
The Phoenix Dawn is set to sail.
Glad you could join us, Commander.
Thanks. How's the crew? Ship's prepped. Aid supplies are in the hull. And we've got a
Like this just looks good, doesn't it? Look at him. We get to see him talking.
Shove off. But the crew.
There's not much negative space, is there?
Well,
what about this? What about when I do a mix? Is a mix good? Because this is a lot of effort to do the mix, and I'm just scared it looks clunky. Because I never know who the next line of dialogue's coming from. So sometimes I'll zoom out like that, expecting my character.
He was determined to take a dragon's power. I guess he's turned his attention.
Don't do a mix.
And apparently doesn't care whose neck he has to step on to get the job done. When you stop to think about it, this is a god who turned against us. It's hard to swallow.
I suppose we'll just have to stop him from killing it and get ourselves.
Yeah. So Elemus says first person for conversation, third for running around. Obviously. I hope that nobody thinks I'm talking about first person for the gameplay. I'm literally talking about dialogue. When I said I think first is better, I have a hunch that first. I'm talking only about dialogue. The rest of the gameplay is obviously going to be third person. I don't give it. It's not going to be a first person pure. I mean, in conversation. Can we just have that conversation again? Because you guys seem to have not understood that. Or if Elemus didn't, other people won't have as well. I'm not proposing playing the whole game first person. That's lunacy. No, that was never on the table. I'm saying in conversations.
Will do. You sure you're ready?
Dosty thinks that first is bad for dialogue.
It's where we do our best work. Good. Off to the furnace then.
Alright, enough people seem to think third is best that I'll just do third then, because it's easier for me. I'll just do third and hold the camera far enough away that the text bubbles don't go away. Elemus says, yeah, I think I prefer first after seeing it. First person actually shows how the lip syncing isn't existent. And it looks ugly to me. Oh, okay. Maybe I should draw the FOV in even further, but it's already pretty tight. Is my camera setting as low height-wise as it can go? I don't know. Is that important for the text bubbles? Most of us did understand, but it's a dialogue between your character and another. Both should be visible. Alright, fine. We'll have the smaller character models by using third. You wonder what sort of cinematics we'll get in episode 2? Yeah, episode 1 had some good stuff, didn't it? Certainly. And first you have to wonder who will speak next. Alright, so we'll just hold the steady camera. Because that's the thing. I'm worried by going first. If I try and do a mix where I go first and then I zoom out to see myself again when I'm speaking, that means a lot of camera movement that probably just rips people from the moment. So I'll just hold it in third. I just feel like it's effortless to do that, and it's, I don't know. It's what everyone does.
Sorry for the change of plans, but we saw smoke coming from that pyramid. Keel gave us orders, so we're going in.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. We make sure we don't clip the camera through the airship. It's about presenting the game the best way possible. I love this thing falling off here. This looks so good. The sound design's not very good here. Doesn't sound like there's all these explosions and things.
I'd like to stay on board. We'll get you to Amnun as soon as we get back.
I didn't come this far to sightsee. I'm going with you.
Yeah, environment volume is high. I can't imagine what that would have been. Alright. So we draw the gangplank across. I missed this animation. I should have shown that off. That would have been cool. Oh, we get this as well.
Huh. That structure is enormous.
Our navigational charts didn't say nothing about gigantic pyramids. Didn't think our info was so out of date.
It's been hard for cartographers to keep up. This entire region has been in lockdown since Palawa Joko took over.
The bit where you call someone a coward in his tent might not be repeated, or where you go to the 2 forge camps. I guess we'll see. Do you know about WordPress that allows you to create and manage your own website?
Came from inside.
Yeah, I do. I do know about that. I may have to look into that. Imagine first-person PvP. Since you're playing a Norn, you can turn off adjust camera height, and you have less negative space at the top of the screen. Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty cool. Is this good, though? Because now I feel like... Does this look better or worse, guys, with the camera shifted down a bit?
Killing for sport. These must be the forged we heard about.
I feel a bit claustrophobic playing it now, but if it looks good still...
If there are any left, eh, Commander?
This looks better, does it? Because it feels a bit more claustrophobic, but I'm happy to have a worse gameplay experience if it shows the game better. Anyone else? Do we have a consensus on this? Oh, come on. These full counters aren't landing ever in PvE. Need to get used to the skills again. Haven't played Warrior for a while.
Try me.
Ears up! Reinforcements incoming!
You don't mind? It looks better. Doesn't look half bad.
Welcome to the desert, Commander.
And you are?
Balthazar's herald, and I have an offer for you. He has chosen to forgive you for your interference with the fire and ice dragons. Join him and fell the crystal dragon. He only wants to free Tyria from their grasp.
Your god lies, and waging war on these people won't help you defeat the dragon.
Wrong choice!
Alright, we don't have the adrenaline to full counter the first one, so that's fine. We will the upcoming ones, though.
Such might!
66k, hello. This one we can get.
My strength increases!
No! Stop! Please don't!
I did that too early. Too early.
They will be remade in his honor, just as I have been.
We're gonna use this. We're gonna try and get all of our buffs up. Okay, we're not actually in banner range right now. So we run the Mage Bane. Now we full counter. And now we do it. I'm not sure I had peak performance up there though. What's the banner banner range? Banner range feels so small right now. Okay, we grab this one. No.
Position here and help these people. I'm going after her.
But that's exactly what she wants.
I know. I'll be fine. Be ready for any other survivors I send your way.
Aye, Commander.
All right, let's get going. Oh, wait. Shit, that messed that up. Now let's stick in the instance boundaries during the Night of Fire mission, and we'll pretend it never happened. Make a poll? A poll on what? Is it that important? Listen, I don't think it's that important. It's just about squeezing every little drop of quality out of it. That's all.
Are you just a puppet? You have a choice.
No, the choice was made for me.
You told me last week to unbound Mountain. Oh, actually, another thing I did, by the way, guys, was during the week, I tried to chain load Guild Wars 2 Hook with the mount add-on, because I wanted to bring the mount add-on back. That would look really good, I think, for the footage, and it's just been long enough. But, and I've not done it, so there's really no excuse. So I did look into it, but I was getting a direct 3D error when I was trying to chain load them as per the instructions, so... And no one had logged it as an issue on GitHub or anything, so I think I'll have to ignore that. I don't even mind hitting that wall, because I like demonstrating the mechanics to people. And showing that, oh, look, this actually is something you can't walk through. Nice 6k there. What does this do? Does it do more it doesn't do more damage under various circumstances. It's just... So we'll charge over here now. Don't we get the wolves? Oh, here we go. Didn't that skill used to be an attack?
This village is just the beginning, the tip of the spear. The outcome is inevitable. You're his in life and in death.
I'm reasonably experienced in DirectX 9 programming, if you had any specific errors. It just said that Direct 3D was unable to initialize, I think. When I chain loaded Guild Wars 2 Hook with the latest version of the mounts, mount add-on, by renaming Guild Wars 2 Hook to d3d9.dll _ mchain, which is what they recommended. And it wasn't working. Oh, can we get that? Can we get that? Oh, come on. Oh, we did get it. We did get it. That's good. I did that way too early. That was really dumb. And another one? Nope.
Give my regards to your master.
It just feels so good. So meaty. Outlander over here. While you were getting lucky in PvP, I was getting lucky as well. You're 129 on your full trap DH. That's funny, dude. It's very cool. Good idea to show the gameplay with the warrior. Someone who doesn't play it. Spellbreaker gameplay is very active and fun to watch. Yeah, I think so too. I've always thought, actually, that melee characters are more interesting, especially in Guild Wars 1. All my LPs were melee characters. It was an assassin, a dervish, and a warrior, just because it's so much more interesting than seeing someone at range. Not that Guild Wars 2 really works that way, but...
Thank you.
It is a funny thing.
That gate.
Okay, I'll just... Oh, if it's down, she must have smashed it on her way through.
See, I don't know, man. I like the characters.
To get the gate open, but you have to help us.
Look!
The town's burning out of control.
Of course, but maybe you should hang back.
Yes, please. Haxine, your leg doesn't look good.
I can't just sit here.
It's okay. We'll handle this. You're helping by helping me.
Fine. Just please don't let the entire village burn to the ground. Help the survivors. The Raptors will get you to anyone who's out of reach.
Got it. And you?
I'm fine. I'll stay with my brother.
Okay. Shout if you need anything.
Commander, I've got something that might help with those fires.
Yeah, this isn't too bad, actually. With the camera on the side, it looks a bit better, doesn't it?
Here.
Yeah, I agree, Rav.
You carry a fire extinguisher with you?
Well, Keel said we should bring insurance for the voyage.
All right. So we can now blow all these things out. We spent ages doing the fires before rezzing people before, but there was no point, was there? You wonder how a run in first person would go? Probably okay. When first person was first added to the game, people were really hyped by that. No first person was one of those minor things on an never-ending list of things that people said the game was terrible for not having. So then they added it, and what do you know, nobody really did anything. Action cam's really cool on this as well, because we can... we can do stuff like this. So yeah, the area changes. That list is never ending. Yeah, basically. Oh, there I messed up. There I messed up because I used my Raptor instead of one of their Raptors. But it's not too bad. You missed my sound effects. You're going to watch The Raven again. What sound effect did I do in The Raven? I can't really remember, man. So from Guild Wars 2, I have Ad Infinitum. I've made Incinerator.
May Cormir bless you.
You got Rodgort from getting the pre. And you have the PvP back pre. That's very cool, dude. That's really cool. Congratulations. Sounds like you're moving through really quick there. First person's a godsend for taking wiki screenshots. Yeah, oh god, I can only imagine. My reshade keeps turning off and I don't know why. I don't know what it is that's turning it off. It's one of my keybinds. One of the buttons I'm pressing in combat is turning it off and I don't know which. Let's see. It's home. So if I just press that there. No, why does it randomly turn off? I don't have it bound to anything. We'll go over there now. You haven't played Guild Wars 2 since its release. As someone who's really into raiding, could you recommend the raids in Guild Wars 2? Absolutely, man. The raids are a real highlight of the game. Extremely successful part of the game. They did a lot to solidify this as a real MMO, to be honest. In terms of a PvE MMO. Really good. Yeah, the gear progression is... oh, yeah, the gear progression is still horizontal, exactly, yeah. So if you had good gear back in 2012, you still have good gear now.
Noon Cavaliers can't protect us from the Forged.
You have our gratitude, stranger. You'll be in our prayers tonight.
Well, I've always liked first person. One of the main criticisms of first person from way back when was actually that it just seemed like an easy thing to have, and we didn't know why they didn't do it. Look, the floating back piece, don't worry about that. Don't worry, you don't see that. No, you don't see that. So here we got this. Thank you for saving our lives and our livelihood. Good fortune, and may your Raptor carry you on your journey.
Looks like the Raptor's taken to you. Keep it. For your help.
Are you sure?
One less Raptor's the least of our problems.
Thanks.
It'll help you cover ground faster. You'll need it.
The mine gate is operational again. Go through there. It'll take you to Amnoon. And Outlander, please pay this tragedy back for us.
I will.
The game looks a lot better than you remember. Mine might look a little bit better because I've just toggled it off again, but I do use reshade, which, you know, makes it a bit more colorful, a little bit sharper. It might be too much in Path of Fire. That's the thing. It might be too much because they have such strong key binding, post-processing anyway, that without like some proper like region-specific tune downs, I don't know whether actually it might be too much. So we'll see.
We'll bury him at dawn.
Sad that the mount acquired animation can't be triggered again. Yeah, it is pretty sad. I agree. But hey, account binding. Our game is so good, we only want you to do it once. Think of all the quality of life. There you go. Let's move through.
Oh, man, I'm glad to see you. I got trapped in here with these things. We have to run. Can I climb on?
I'm not in a running mood. How about I take care of them for you?
All of them?
Just head back that way. The gate's working now.
Okay, but at least let your beast strike the first blow if you're gonna fight.
Alright. You just started using Taco? Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Apparently they had a big update. I don't know what the content of that was, but yeah, really, really, really loved Taco. Very, very good. I'm gonna cleave those spitters down. By the way, to anyone who is in chat and thinking about getting the game again, likes it, they think that the graphics look good and all that stuff, the expansion is really good. I would say we are in the golden age of Guild Wars 2, especially from a PvE perspective. If you guys are gonna be getting it, there's a link in the description, and the game's on sale right now. If you use the code hashtag friendships or something, you might want to Google that, but it is on sale. If you use the link that's in the description, it helps me out a bit, so that's pretty cool. I love this moment. This was a cool moment in the game. This was a really cool moment. Hello.
By the Six. Who are you? An outlander?
Yes, from across the Sea of Sorrows. I'm here to stop Balthazar.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you're serious? Then hi, and welcome. That would be quite an appreciated feat.
Have you seen his herald? An armored woman?
Didn't come this way.
No sign of her.
Try Amnoon. Lots of folks are going there. Take the road south and you'll hit it.
I'll check it out. See what help I can find.
Luna Falcon says, imagine the pain in the ass it would be to get a specialization for an alt without account-bound masteries, though. A, it's not a pain in the ass. Have you played Path of Fire? It's got very little to do with the masteries whatsoever. B, they've added the world versus world vendors and whatnot, and various bypasses that are in the game. C, that's not a static thing. If the game was designed to have character-bound masteries, they would obviously refine the specializations in. Like, what do you mean imagine what a pain in the ass it would be? Other systems in the game would adapt.
Higher ground. Oh, right. If you can hear me, I'll try to reach you later. Repeat, I'll try to reach you later. Hello? I'm just going to assume you heard that.
Sorry, Timey. No time for Timey right now. No time whatsoever. I really like zoomed-in mount gameplay. I think that the game feels more immersive, larger, bigger. Someone was saying, oh my god, you need to zoom out on the mount on the YouTube video.
Halt.
So I don't know about that either.
Business in Amnoon. In case you haven't noticed, there's a mob of people trying to get in.
I was told a party from Divinity's Reach is here. I need to speak with them. Also, a village north of here was attacked. My crew is helping the survivors, but they could use Amnoon support.
Wait here while I clear this with the council.
Captain Rahim, I can vouch.
You know, another thing I'd kind of like to do, I'd like to set up a controller or a keybind to, you know, if you were playing with it on an analog stick, if you touch the analog stick slightly, you can set it up to have you walk instead of run. I think if I set that up for my control scheme in some kind of Let's Play or whatever, I would RP walk way more. I would RP walk for the fun of it constantly because it would be really easy. It would just be a matter of not pressing in, you know, the movement too much. So you'd really fluidly and dynamically do it. Whenever I RP walk in the game right now, it's like a very specific moment where I toggle it on and whatnot. So there you go, that's Sparking the Flame done. Raheem runs off, we've got thing. So that might be really cool for an Let's Play as well.
All right. Try not to fall in love.
Is this side on angle really good? It feels offset and just weird because all this is empty over here.
Temporary measure to help me focus. But I got used to the voices in my head, so I tossed it.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Tribune. Can I still call you that?
Yep, all cleared up.
And?
The Citadel wanted to report on my faux fire mission and the magic. Who am I to deny them a great tale?
And?
Will I ever do RP, like, consistently? No, probably not. I don't care about RP.
You've been holding out on me ever since our fight in Maguma. This is the last time I'll take no for an answer.
Now I wish I had my blindfolded dad.
Thanks very much, Blue Sackon, for the sub there. 18 months in a row. You're proper going for it, dude. Thanks so much. Keep putting up the great work. Love all the content, especially Game of the Day lately. Yeah, lovers of Game of the Day. I'm glad people like it. I mean, I'm not very good at PvP, but I'm glad that people are saying that they're learning things. Hopefully I'm not teaching people the wrong stuff. But yeah.
I hope you consulted Marjorie about that after you... How have you two been since Rodonovus?
Good. Fine. It's okay. Could be better, but she's still recovering, so...
Well, I'm glad you're here. We'll need all the help we can get.
I'm weird that in my height of immersion is the feeling of nailing a rotation.
Gave up on us.
Do you mean, when you say immersion, do you mean just forgetting about the real world and being fully engrossed in the experience? In which case, I can understand that. From that perspective, I'm pretty goddamn immersed when I'm playing a good conquest game or whatever.
I know. I've heard it from her over and over. My mind says it too, but it's hard to walk away from a lifetime of devotion, of being raised to thank the Six, say bye the Six, and worship the Six.
Okay, Kaz.
Not very good at PvP, but he's top 5 NA. Yeah, but...
Your eyes aren't opened as brutally as mine were.
You would see, if the population... If we imagine that tens of thousands of people played PvP, if we imagine that, you would find that I'm probably like a gold 1 kind of character, kind of person. I'm alright at it, but like the depth that you can really go at Conquest is insane. Like, people don't realize just how much depth there is. Very, very cool. Especially as a lot of people rag on the solo queue sort of experience, but as a solo queue experience, it can be really incredible too. Like in terms of skill cap, having a huge roster of characters and builds that you play super expertly, and also understanding the meta to such a deep extent that you can always counter that perfect player. Or make the exact perfect comp choice and rotate perfectly with that comp choice. You know, if there were tens of thousands of people playing it, you'd have people who are true masters of that would be, you know, easily 2 divisions above me. I'm not very good at, like, broad map awareness still. Like, that's my main problem right now. So here's the finish line. We'll walk around that. We won't demonstrate that there's no collision there. There's a lot of really cool things if just more people played, basically. So there you go. We've got that. Now we move on to part 2. Blazing a trail. Thank you for your help at the farm. We thought you might make use of these gloves. They belong to our grandmother, but they've been gathering dust. It's a shame. I've no doubt managing it. There you go. Thank you very much. All right. And some people do what I just described there, but to the extent that you could do it and really take the game seriously, doesn't exist right now.
I get all kinds of people in here, and the stories they tell to get inside. Not that I blame them, but the city can only take so many before bursting. So, I take it you're here for Balthazar. I am. I'm looking for a place to start. Any information you have would be helpful. Well, your guildmates are being hosted by the chief counselor at the Civic Center. She can fill you in about the state of the city and the surrounding area. And she might know something about Balthazar, too. Sounds good. Anything from the ground level? Someone who's dealt with him or his army firsthand? My deputy Ayub is at the camp run by Comir's priesthood. The refugees there may be of help. And then there's... How do you feel about getting a little lower than ground level to find what you want? I have a deputy assigned to the local smugglers, the Homicide. Name a case. Not so sure he's mine anymore. But you might seek him out, if you don't mind walking on that side of the line, of course. I think I can stomach it. You'll find them at the casino.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to talk during the dialogue. It's just not my style normally. You want how good the scene is in China? Apparently, in China, this still feels like too much, doesn't it? We'll see if people whinge about this. But that slight tilt off on the right might be really cool. Apparently, on China, the automated tournaments are 1v1s. Apparently. How long am I planning to stream? Probably until we get back to where we were before. That's my hope. So here we'll go do these guys first. You gotta go. Good luck to whoever wins the die contest. Would have loved to have gotten it since I was that weird person who sent it in first. Yeah, I know you were quick off the beat. I'm sorry if you don't win in the end. We'll see how it goes. I might do the giveaway drawing tomorrow actually, because by the time we get to that point in the stream, it will probably be a bit late.
Hi, Commander. Your guildmates were just regaling us with tales of your adventures. You honor us.
Is it just Dosty that thinks that Sidon's good? Can I get some confirmation from other people that this is better? Not just good, but better
Where she wouldn't be bending over backward to inflate your
than first person or like swinging
Well,
constantly?
thank you for the compliment, but this time I'm not after a dragon. I'm after Balthazar. Do you have any information on his whereabouts?
The god himself? We only know he's constantly on the move.
I'm working on the goal of getting all the PvP Conqueror titles for all the professions. You have Mez, Thief, Rev, and Guard left. Have you ever thought of trying that? Absolutely, man. I have all of them except Rev and Ranger, I think. It's a good idea to play the other classes. They're good achievements, well designed, make people better at the game.
No longer be the honorable sun spears they once were, but they would make powerful allies. And in a time like this, we need all the help we can get.
You people have history books? Open any one of them and it'll tell you short-term gains bring long-term trouble.
The Chief Counselor has the right idea. We should be grateful the Mordant Crescent are even considering helping us. We should fly Joko's standard and make it clear we welcome his kingdom's support.
We've resisted Joko for years. I'm not about to let him waltz in. And without a fight? Never. It's nonsense. Our only option is to align ourselves with Cormyr's priesthood and the remaining Sun Spears.
Allying with either side will only lead to future conflict.
I just feel like I'm missing so much detail. Look how small she is on the screen right now.
And round it goes. I'd welcome any counsel you might have.
We almost missed the face palm. Right, so let's speak to Ritlock first.
These people should just look out for themselves. The minute these yapping windbags let a creature like
Top 1 Ranger is Bick. I don't think Bick's the best Ranger in NA. He's a good Ranger, but I don't think he's like miles away from many of the other Rangers that are there. There's only so much skill cap in Ranger anyway.
Decision you make has a cost.
Bick does play well, like that's not an insult to Bick, but I think it's a bit dumb to say he's the best NA.
What a deal.
Casimir?
Spear Marshal Cormyr was a local hero, even before she fought a fallen god until
And what was this as well? The Q's are different. RSWP, he ran into the top 1 Ranger NA. Georgius is gold 3 and is in plat 2 EU. I only played one game against Georgius, I think, on a Coliseum match, where he was countered really hard because I was fresh air on a big open field. Could just blow him up over and over again. I think he had like 1 kill and 6 deaths by the end or something ridiculous. Not an easy game for him.
But we can't afford to turn down the Archon's offer. The Mordant Crescent are the only ones with the strength to ensure our survival.
The Sun Spear's numbers are weakened, but their involvement could still be a beacon of hope. Their order.
All right, one other person confirmed that Sidon looks good. One other person, so that's good.
They'll protect us from the Forged.
Amnoon must remain independent. Our doors have always been open. It's how we survived this long. The moment we pick a side, we're asking for trouble from the others.
WP, I want to main Ellie now, but I'm on the learning curve. Is there a way I can learn faster?
There are no good options here.
In some ways, I actually think playing extremely squishy builds is a good way to start, because it's like a Crucible by Fire. You realise, like, all the stuff you should dodge. Then later, you go and play like a warrior, and you get your passive shit proccing and stuff, and you realise, like, there's a lot of things you didn't notice before. So, I don't know. If you can climb that steep curve, you'll come out as a better player at the end, but I can imagine it being really frustrating and annoying. I could use some more background info. Tell me about Amnoon's troubles. Amnoon is called the Free City for a reason. We've always done things on our own, and welcome here. I only need to show the footage long enough that I can freeze frame it in editing. That's all I gotta do. Now tell me about the Sun Spears. So what can they offer then? And then Joko and the Awakened. So why are we considering him? Okay. Let's review our choices. I already decided.
Thank you for your input, Commander. We'll fly the symbol of Cormyr and the Sun Spear resistance.
There you go, we get the dialogue.
Amnoon will be a wellspring of hope. A light for the rest of the desert to follow.
Yeah, we're emulating side-by-side cutscenes. That's what we're doing, yeah.
There's no way history will repeat itself when this is all over.
I'm inspired already.
King Joko will make sure we regret this decision. You just killed us all!
The Sun Spears are a liability. They need our help more than we need theirs.
A moment, Commander?
I should click each character as well, so that my toon's head always looks at whoever it is that I'm trying to converse with.
These people are desperate, caught up in a war they don't understand. Balthazar came to the
I should also always do it this side by side, so that this talk icon doesn't interfere with the state, the directions, like what's going on. But then we get the chat box interfering with it. So what if we move the chat box to the top? There we go. This is the most consistently clear UI way of doing things.
Inspiring.
Thanks. Have you heard from Tiny?
I couldn't get a clear signal. Guess I should try.
Because we don't get the talk, we don't get the chat box. This is the way to do it. Oh, Georges is in chat. It's good to see you, dude. Yeah, so now we'll swing the camera like 2 ticks off on the left, yeah? So not much, but just a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Alright, so there you go. No extra dialogue. They all just go into this crowd over here. Bish bash bosh. Look how good Amnoon looks, man. Oh my god. You'd say side-on is better when you're just talking to one person, but maybe keep the camera behind your character when there's loads of people talking so you're not moving it around as much. That's a good idea. Maybe, yeah, that's a good rule of thumb to go with. Having this on the top as well probably helps for people to read as well in retrospect if they pause the videos and stuff. Hey, Times Lament, dude! Tier 2 sub as well, hype! 26 months. Christ almighty. 26 months. Thanks so much, dude. That's awesome of you. What armor is this? This is the War Beast armor. This is one of the rarer Path of Fire sets. Not too many people have it yet, so it's not a surprise that you're asking me. But yeah, it's War Beast and then the Palawa Joko backpack. Pretty much default dyes. I just use high contrast vibrant variants of the dyes. So here we got Kai.
What do you want?
Hey, Kai.
Case?
Maybe. Who's asking?
Captain Rahim sent me. He's under the impression that you have access to Hamasin's network.
Yeah?
Your top 160 where? E or an A?
So beat it.
Listen carefully, friend. I'm here to kill the god of...
Oh, but my face cam. Oh, yeah, for Twitch, that's probably annoying for you guys. But on the actual footage, it's good. We can move the chat to the other side.
That's your angle. Then you need Zalambor. He runs things.
Whoa.
He is the Hamasin's network.
Christ. I can't alt-tab out, guys. I can't fuck with this stuff because it makes reshade shit itself whenever I mess around.
Busy man.
I'm sure he'll spare a few moments from me.
We're gonna have to leave that, guys. That's the best you're gonna get for now because I don't wanna split this block of recording into two chunks. And whenever I alt tab out, we get an annoying thing. Blazing a trail. That's not right. Let's go over here first. Who's the reason that I started playing Thief? I would learn Hollow Smith, but I just can't get into it. What is that at me or is that George's? I think he plays Thief, doesn't he? I think? Question mark? I'm gonna meet with Zalambur in his office.
Bring me things I can't find locally.
You must be Zalambur.
I am. My friends, let's adjourn for now. In the meantime, my casino is yours. Enjoy the Grand Sahil's many luxuries.
Hello, Zalambur.
You spared me from a few more minutes of dealing with those
Me?
smugglers.
I don't play Just Ellie.
But next time,
I'll show you. I would show you my panel, but I'm trying to get good footage for YouTube right now. I played quite a lot of Thief around season 5.
What I don't know is what it's got to do with me.
Oh.
Elonian wine?
Ellie's like my main, I guess, but the only classes I really don't play much of are Ranger and Rev. They're the only two.
You've never once offered me wine.
I present to you
On streams, I don't think I've ever played Thief though, so that's understandable.
Archon, the commanders come to us all the way from Lion's Arch.
Morden Crescent. One of Palawa Joko's undead?
I'll be honored with awakening soon enough. But today, I still have a pulse, Outlander. As I'm sure you're aware, Chief Counselor Iman invited me here to discuss military aid for Amnoon. And just as I arrive, I hear the Council has decided against the Alliance. It's not too late, Zalambur. Reverse this situation before it gets any more out of hand.
Me? I wasn't even there when they made this decision.
That's beside the point.
And he gets angry.
Here's the point. What are you?
Did I know that Zalamber is the name of a demon? No, I didn't. Do you think they're hinting at something with that?
Upon the next meeting of the council, your lapdog counselor will have a sudden change of heart.
Please.
He will argue for this alliance and compel his colleagues to do the same. He will further King Joko's ambitions for the area. Do you understand?
He's a shaitan who presides over dishonest and fraudulent business transactions. That's so cool. Wow. In what, like, mythology or whatever is that? That's a cool name to give him then. So there's no point attacking him, right? We just attack these guys.
It's unwise to intervene in our affairs, Outlander.
I'm full of unwise ideas, but protecting the living from an undead army is one of them.
He proper interrupted an annoying ability there as well. That's kind of funny. Oh, I interrupted my Wastrel's Ruin. He was using an animation anyway, so it wouldn't have hit that hard. Oh, we got him through the table. Did you see that? So good. No crit on that. We can probably full counter in these. No, we can't. They're only Condi. It's a bit annoying. Alright, what else we got here? Oh, we can't do anything, right? It's just him. Should we just attack him? I don't think that it matters, does it?
Apologies for the unpleasantness, Commander. This is why I insist on appointments.
Happy to help. Mainly because now you owe me.
The fact that I'm still able to walk is a point in your favor for sure. And this time of war does make for strange...
Did you read the theory on Reddit about the Order of Shadows and Keto betraying us for their interest? No, what's the theory? That sounds cool.
Understand? I can't be dragged down by whatever else you've got going on.
My organization makes it possible for me to do many things.
Yeah, the trailer was really good. It's Islamic, is it? Okay, that's cool. It was really good. Oh, have I talked about that on streams? I guess I haven't. We did a video on it, so whatever. But yeah, the episode 2, Bug in the System, such a cool, cool trailer, right?
I'm grateful you were
and again, it didn't click with me the first time I watched it. I didn't like the mixing of the two styles. Like, I get that it's a potentially very cool juxtaposition, but I just didn't like it. It was on rewatches though that it really started to sink in for me, and I actually got really invested. I love some of those shots of the Awakened, like that sort of yellow, pungent, watery, like fetid shot with the like the 3 or 4 Awakened peering through the dripping water. What a cool scene that is. Honestly, gorgeous. It's gonna get night in a second. Really love it. Adore it. I think it's so good. And the movement as well in the poster towards the end. It's not just like the visual thing of the movement, but it represents the whole thing with Joko as well. Like, it's just this whole question: is Joko around? What is Joko's capacity in the story right now? Where is he? What's going on? It's so beautifully like feeds into that core plot point right now. So good, honestly. No, we fell. I was going to try and climb out. Fancy. It's fine. We'll go to the camp. Whoever edited it is a genius. Well, again, I mean, if there's anything you'll ever hear the devs saying again and again and again and again and again, and people in the community just don't listen or appreciate, it wasn't one edit. It was a little bit of a collaborative process, right? Like, all different elements of that get drawn together. The guy that stitches it together in the end, essentially, adds a bit of chromatic aberration to a couple of the shots, make sure there's timing set up. That's not necessarily all the talent, right? All the decisions behind the audio that they use and the decision to do, like, the high-style thing with the splashes, like Borderlands and stuff. That's not all from one guy, like... It's just, it's okay to just compliment the company, I think, at that point.
Rahim pointed me in your direction. Would you mind if I talk to a few of the refugees about Balthazar?
You're welcome to try. Not a lot of folks are in a talking mood. This camp's gonna be no better than the places they fled if we can't get more aid out here soon.
I'll see what
There's some dialogue hinting at the Order of Shadows wanting to keep the status quo. I remember that, actually, yeah. So now that we're going after Joko, we might be a problem for the Order of Shadows.
Good fortune to you.
I see it. I see the logic. Okay, so we're going to do the heart again. So we're going to get some donated food. So it's the children are hungry, right? So we just found a hungry child.
No.
Hello, child. There's an injured person over there. We'll get some medicine for them. We'll kill some Choya in some tents. I'm still really enjoying the meaty Spellbreaker like strikes. So
To the troubles of our world. Cormyr's moved beyond us. Balthazar sees you. Balthazar knows you. Serve him.
I love how they directly jab at Cormyr, you know? Like, it makes sense for the people here. Because Cormyr is obviously a big part of... been a big influence on this area of the world. But also, it makes sense, like, for the writers to do that. Because people love jabbing at Cormyr.
Thank you.
And especially with what they do in the story later. It's the kind of thing where you come back and listen to the Zacian. And if you're not satisfied by Cormyr's reasoning... you might, like, you know, you might empathize with them a little bit. And that's the goal, right? To make you empathize with them. So in universe, the people in the area would appeal to that line of reasoning. And we as the players appeal to that line of reasoning. So generally, it's just pretty cool. We need more hungry children. Children! Children, I have some food for you. Where are all of the children? Alright, we're going to drop that. Where are all the Choya as well? This guy's thirsty. Just nerf Spellbreaker already? I think for PvE, Warrior's in a really solid spot right now, isn't it? It's so cool. So many elements of balance across so many different disparate parts of the game are so good at the moment. Like, freaking Power Warrior is back. Who's sad about Power Warrior being back? Actually find me one person who's upset.
Bless you.
One person. And the Condi builds are still super strong and working as intended. It's good. It's good stuff. I mean, PvP, obviously, it would be nice to see some Condi Zerka come back. I think people are still generally sick of it after all the Heart of Thorns time with it, but still. It'd be nice to see a little bit come back. You never want to just delete a spec. Who knows? We're getting those sword buffs coming, guys. Sword buffs. It's totally going to be worth it. This is water. We carry the jug of water, like, so flippantly as well. It's kind of funny, actually. Okay, medical supplies. Oh, no, now that person's thirsty. What? I thought there was a hurt person here. Oh, my God. Let's just kill this thing. This reminds me so much of the Final Fantasy X-2 snakes, like the gun snakes. Yeah, bless you too. Oh, now we don't have this. So look, there was a thirsty person, right? Like literally around the back. There you go.
Thank you.
Can't we discourage this guy?
Don't lie to these people. Join him on the battlefield. Your holy war drove them here.
Oh, he actually fights back. Oh, no weakness. I'm not going to attack him until the weakness is gone. We got to look like we do good damage. Yeah, suck it. God, we're such a boss. We're doing so much damage. It's just like we are an absolute force to be reckoned with. We could just slap down anyone who we feel we don't agree with.
Thank you.
Is he speaking sense? Doesn't matter. We're stronger than him. We can beat him up. So there we go. May Cormyr show you the truth, Natalie. Her humble servants could not have helped us if you can find it in your heart. Alright, so Refugee 1.
What happened to you out in the desert?
We very nearly didn't make it out alive. We escaped the salt flats right before a forged invasion.
I love how the original Fear Not This Night is a song about hope because it's about to end. Surprise! Sunrise is a heartbeat away, and all that. While this new version is different, it's still Fear Not This Night, but rather it's Who Needs the Light Anyway. Embrace the darkness, embrace the night. Yeah, I saw quite a few people talking about. I think I even talked about that in the video. I think it's really cool. It's a good little twist.
Tell me what happened to you.
Whether it actually means anything, I don't know. What am I using? I'm Strength, Discipline, Spellbreaker, stacking as many damage modifiers as possible.
At this rate, we'll run out of places to retreat to in no time.
Then you can see the utilities and weapons I'm using. Dagger, axe, axe, dagger.
Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened to you?
We left a group hiding from forged attacks.
What other classes in PvP play like a thief, where you just decap points and +1 fights? There are some Mesmer specs that feel like that.
Clear, but we were followed. I had a chance to run.
Just generally find anything that's skirmishy. Rocket boot hollow, tools hollow, static discharge.
I ran when it started.
That's all one build I just said there, by the way. That's a pretty rotate-y, skirmishy, +1-y playstyle. Fresh air Ellies like it, but probably a bit too slow. I actually have a great game. The game of the day today is going to be when I got top 3 NA on a Coliseum game. And you'll see how much I wish I was a thief, because I can't score a decap that I really need.
No one would have survived
because I don't have the mobility.
flown in and saved us.
What am I playing? I'm playing a warrior right now. I'm playing the new specialization Spellbreaker.
Offspring.
Don't you mean Gleam?
Gleam was the name the bards gave him, but his true name is Vlast.
Rock still has her unresolved plotline from season 2. Yeah, what about trying to join the warband and stuff? I wonder if they'll go back to that.
He's a good dragon.
Anytime you see a Mesmer in PvP, instant die. They are a bit overtuned at the moment. A lot of it's because people don't know how to fight it, because it's so messy on the screen. And that's not, like, okay. So a lot of the time it will be, oh, a new thing's been buffed, people are going to complain it's OP, but then they'll learn how to counterplay it, and then we'll know whether it's really OP, right? Like, so the devs will always wait a while before they do a knee-jerk nerf to Mesmer, because they're going to assume that it's because people don't know how to counterplay it. My point with all of this is the experience of counterplaying a Mesmer right now, clicking through tons of shit on the screen and figuring out exactly which one it is. Oh, it's the guy with 20,000 boons on him. That's not actually fun. The counterplay that the devs are asking us to go through to determine whether it's OP or not is not good for the game. That's why it needs to be nerfed. So we find a clear signal to communicate with Timey for the first time. So let's do the pyramid first, I guess. We haven't already missed some always time for Timey's, have we? This is the first one. I think it should be. So we're going to go on the pyramid.
Left us defenseless. Balthazar has returned to redeem us. Fight for him.
You just AoE smash the clones as quickly as possible. Yeah, like I actually, I've been keen on running Arcane Wave instead of Arcane Blast on Fresh Air, just because it insta-cleaves all the clones. So if I see that I'm against a lot of Mesmers, I've been telling myself I'll try this anyway. I'm thinking of swapping the skill. Also affords a little bit more blasting opportunity. And if I'm good at the game, I think that the blasts are actually better than the projectiles. It should have every bit the same amount of play as the other thing, but I can probably blast some water fields when I see druids around, when they drop their line. I can probably blast some smoke scale fields, shit like that. Could probably do a little bit more with it. So I want to practice with it, but it's much more ammo. You only get 2 charges instead of 3, so you have to be a lot more careful. It's also got less range, so quite a lot of the super far kills that I rely on, I wouldn't be able to make anymore. So it is a tough trade-off. But might have more play. But then again, there's this whole thing where if the phantasms are clones are tanky enough that they'll sustain a single crit, then it's terrible. If they run the Aegis on spawn, then it's also terrible.
I'm here, Commander. I read you. Glad you made it to the Crystal Desert in one piece. You are in one piece, right?
So far.
Did you duke it out with the fire guy yet? What?
And there's just no way to make Timey look good when she's speaking to us. I guess we zoom out.
Chaos. I'm trying to find the shortest route to him to, well, you know. But I think the biggest news
playing with a controller, I could do some cinematic spins and stuff as well.
Supposedly,
I really think a Let's Play would be a controller Let's Play. I really do. A combat mode controller Let's Play.
What? Well, tell me all about him. What's his height, wingspan, powers? Did he eat anybody in front of you?
I haven't met him yet, but I'll let you know. How are things in Rada Nova?
You drop in frames? I have dropped 40 frames the entire stream. 40. Which is less than 0.1%. Because I give you 60 every second, so it's very unlikely you've seen those 40 frames.
They're giving tours. Speaking of which, here comes one now. Check back in when you get a chance.
Alright, so Zalambur. Commander, you've earned my gratitude by helping thwart a hostile takeover. In return, I've come by some information I know will be valuable to you. I've summoned your guild mates to meet you in a casino that all of you can hear what I've learned. Okay. So let's go back to the casino. And then that's this one done. Then we got Night of Fires, and we're back to where we were before, and we get to change out the War Beast armor and whatnot. So this will be kind of nice. I'll actually have a single video file that is the entire first map worth of content. Maybe we could do that on the streams. Maybe tomorrow's stream should be the entirety of the second map all in one video. And then Monday would be the entirety of the third map. And then episode 2 comes out and throws all a spanner in the works. But we will see. We will roleplay, get off of the mount early. Blazing a trail.
You should have seen Iman's face when we said we were leaving because we were invited to the casino by its owner.
Anyone who gets that reaction out of a stuffed shirt almost made me think I might like this Zalambur guy.
I heard he donates generously to Cormier's priesthood. They fell over themselves to bless his name.
Maybe Amnon should put him in charge. I'm surprised that council's not debating the merits of pyramids versus cubes.
You might want to meet him before endorsing him for political office.
Maybe. Alright, so we'll move on up. I thought that was a Kodan for a second.
What are you doing here? Enjoying your time off?
Freedom is a sweet drink, Commander. I've been busy quenching.
People can't even load the site. Is it really dead?
We were just about to meet with
Zalambur. I already know a thing or two about this place.
Is Twitch like totally screwed? This feels really weird. I feel like this is one of the lowest quality streams I've ever done just because I'm playing story but ignoring story. It feels wrong. It feels like I shouldn't, you know. It's terrible.
Gentlemen, let's keep it civil. How about it, Canuck?
While my freedom's been gratifying, it's also a little boring. This is much more.
Yeah, Kodan in the desert. That would be really interesting to see. You have a feeling that Ritlock getting reinstated as Tribune, Rox's little spy plot from Season 2, and possibly Smoder using the Ebonhawk Treaty as a means to strengthen his position of leadership may all lead to Cogs of War or some such. You really have confidence that Cogs of War is what's coming next? Or do you just mean at some point down the line that could all lead into a Cogs of War? They've definitely got enough subject material to do something good.
Welcome back, Commander. It's an honor to have the members of Dragon's Watch in
my channel just got temporarily deleted. Well, that's a reason for this to be a low quality stream if I've ever heard one.
The Grand Sahil is already back to running at full capacity, in no small part due to your earlier intervention. We have all the finest games and entertainment the Crystal Desert has to offer. Do you enjoy games of chance?
When the odds are in our favor.
I reached out across my network for information about Balthazar.
Hi, what's that for a skin? This is the War Beast set. The weapon is Luminous Axe, which doesn't really fit it, but whatever. Obsidian Dagger, and then the Forge, the War Beast stuff, which is actually pretty good. The weapons, like, fit with it perfectly. I think they were designed to go together.
The will of a god. I do know his forged army has encampments all over the Crystal Desert.
Seems to me the deeper and deeper we go into Guild 2's life, the less chance we have of getting a new race. Yeah, I agree with that.
So we might be able to intercept him at one of the forged camps. You've come through, Zalambur.
Yeah, it's good. You should work on it, man.
Actually, don't regret keeping you alive.
It's a good set. You do need the new expansion for it, though.
I'll take my leave now.
The stream's running perfectly fine for you, just some others are struggling. Okay.
Stay away from the high-stakes roulette. It's rigged.
I knew it.
When they try to be funny, they can be really funny.
Who's up for a trip to one of these camps?
Sounds good to me. Let's shut him down before he's responsible for anyone else's death.
We don't want to rush in blindly. And if I'm going to be joining you again...
I just ignored you? What did I ignore you, sorry?
I'll scout the main camp, see what I see, and report back.
The main camp? On your own? Seems risky.
You really have no idea if Cogs of War comes next, but they've been including Char politics stuff since Season 1 as an ongoing side plot of sorts. Really depends on how Season 4 ends, but at least we know Blood Legion Homelands area was changed on world map. Yeah, I remember that actually. That's a good point.
Unsupervised.
How about PvP only races, like PvP only characters from Guild Wars 1?
Kaz and I will check out the smaller outposts.
That's a very strange idea, Guybrush. Very, very strange. I don't think that that would really do much, but... Well, funnily enough, that might actually get people into PvP, if that's the only way you can play a Kodan. But I have a feeling people would be entitled enough to believe that that would infuriate them or something. I don't know. That's a very, very odd... I've heard some odd suggestions in my time. That's one of the more odd ones. Do you think if we get Cogs of War... we get to go to both Blood and Ash? I'd like both. I mean, you don't do a... I think that, you know, if the game had just come out, the devs might be conservative enough to say, yeah, let's do an expansion on Ash and then a different expansion on Blood and then a different... But at this point, I think you'd probably get both, right? Maybe they'd split one into the default release and then the other into... so Night of Fires now. So let's see, did we get the camps?
Rahim should know where the forged camps are.
Yeah, it looks like we will. So let's go, always time for timing. Let's do the southern one now. Let's go to the southern one. Gonna be on a bit of an adventure now to get over there. I think that they would do both. And you might have just one in Living World Season 6, or whatever the season would be. So, pretending that we don't have the skimmer yet, we wouldn't go that way, would we? We'd probably want to stay on our sweet new Raptor. What combat tonics would be a sufficient substitute for an additional race? Well, yeah, I mean, one of the things I'd like to see for PvP, I think there's a lot of fluffy, insignificant things that could actually mean stuff for PvP. One of them is combat tonics in PvP. I think we should be able to use them. Play as Kodan in PvP with that. You could play as a Kodan as a Watch Knight as well. So we fall into the water near the Lily of the Ellen. It's not a big problem, though. I just hope that we're going to stay in one area of the map alone. I don't like how we jumped all over the map in Season 3. I actually think it's really good that we jump all over the map in Season 3 because you get new accounts that, like, are exploring Divinity's Reach and they see this badass portal to a cool new map, but they're told that they can't go through it without the season. I think that's really important and good for the game. In terms of, like, narrative and focus, maybe it felt a little bit all over the place. And staying in one location is a bit better. But, yeah. There's also, like, in terms of just compartmentalization and... just understanding of what is what. It's going to be really nice if this season is all in Alona, because people can just say, yeah, Path of Fire and its corresponding season gives you all of Alona, you know? And that's about it. I've managed to hit all the water that's possible. I love how WP is staying true to the loot box controversy. Love this game, makes me happy. What am I staying true to? I'm actually on a skin at the moment. This is a loot box skin, by the way. It's just a very subtle one. Again, just to be clear, I don't know what you think my opinion is on the controversy. A lot of people got confused. And that's my bad, not yours. But if you think I'm not running a loot box skin here because I'm making some kind of stand against them, then you're wrong. I don't actually care about them that bad to make a stand. I only don't use them so that people can't ad hominem my own arguments.
Commander calling Timey. Come in, Timey.
Dragon Lab here. You've got questions? Timey's got answers. How are things where you are? What's the latest news from the desert?
Balthazar is hunting Vlast, and his armies are devastating the region in the process.
Wait, I'm confused. Why is he suddenly interested in a non-Elder Dragon?
By the way, WP, what do you think will happen if/when ArenaNet makes an expansion with Steve? Because I think most people don't like underwater combat. Perhaps you get a ship. I don't know. They don't... I mean, I think you've got a very limited perspective there. I think that you're ingrained in this weird idea that A, they have to do expansions based on Elder Dragons, and B, that just because he's an underwater-themed dragon, it has to be based on underwater combat. I think those are two, like, foolish assumptions you're making, and you're just a bit limited. They could do an underwater... They could do a Steve-based expansion that has nothing to do with underwater by introducing a plot thread that takes him out. They could do all kinds of stuff. They could make Steve an ally, and he's, you know, There's any number... Steve is not tied inexorably to underwater combat. I think that's the mistake you've made. What relevancy does using Blackline trade skins have to do anything beyond your own fashion wars? Well, no. So basically, I did a video where basically it can be summed up as me saying I'm not going to get on this bandwagon of hate with you all because I think it would be a Pyrrhic victory, and what are you all talking about? It's the gem store. It's always been a compromise against your fun. So I sort of said, you know, I'm a boiled frog. I don't care. And so I'm not going to avoid making a video altogether because people will call me a shill, but I'm not going to make a video bandwagoning with you all because I don't believe in your cause. That's what my video was. And so essentially, because my thought was it's not that bad, the gem store's always been like this, I don't want to then take donations and use the system, because people will say, well, of course Wood and Potatoes would say it's not that bad. He just gets given all of his skins. So that's what I was concerned about. So on a stream where someone gave me one, I deleted it so that no one would be able to make that argument, that ad hominem, attack my who I am instead of what I'm saying.
Captain, I'm glad I caught you.
Aye, Commander.
So then there became like a viral clip where I deleted a contract, and I think that made people think that I don't like the contracts and I don't want them in the game and I think it's terrible, and I am on the bandwagon, but I was never on the bandwagon. So that's the whole thing there.
Actually, there are 2 forged outposts.
Basically, I only have value as a content creator if people actually respect what the hell I say. So I can't just open myself up to easy criticism like that. So I just don't use it. And again, I don't care much about Fashion Wars 2 anyway, so it's not a hard sacrifice for me not to care about the skins or use the skins. It's pretty easy. This is the most Fashion Wars I've ever talked about on a Guild Wars stream, ever. Or video. Alright, so we go to the 2 camps. The loot box drama is BS. You don't need those skins to play the game. It doesn't make your mount faster or better. People are vocal about it, but the majority wouldn't buy them via dollar anyway. I mean, I don't want to get into the whole discussion again, but largely I agree with what you just said. Absolutely.
These coins won't gather themselves.
What did you just see today? Do I think we'll see some more Livia? We saw Livia in current events, this most recent patch. Will she have a prominent role in the story? I think that there's no need for her right now to have a prominent role in the story, but maybe later. We'll turn Reshade on again here. We'll see how we feel with it on there. I think at night it looks really good here in Amnoon. The only way they involve Livia is if they ever is after the Scepter of Ore and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see her in a plot involving. I don't think she necessarily has a huge stake in Palawa Joko, but maybe because the Staff of the Mists was in the Desolation near the Bone Palace. There are these questions of lichdom. And a previous wielder of the scepter was a lich, and there's the whole... It draws his magic from Zaitan, so it's got all undeadiness to it. Was Palawa... Yeah, you know, they could do stuff that connects it all together. Do they have to, though? I doubt it. Okay, so we need to blow up the things, right? Oh, wait, no, we speak to the Cavalier first. I messed this up. We need to speak to the Cavalier first. So hold on. I really wouldn't care if people judged me based on something that was available to me, especially if someone was supporting me. Surely the opinion of one person who picks up the minor themes. But it's not just one person, though. I'm a believer that if you get a comment about something, at least like 4 or 5 other people, depending on the size of your audience, a lot more people have thought it and just haven't been impolite enough to say it. So, no, I think the way that you're perceived is extremely important. I think it's not like a noble thing I'm doing. It's just self-preservation, really. It's just making sure that I don't lose my reputation as having worthwhile opinions. That's all it really is. Don't think it's particularly worthy of respect. A lot of what I do is like self-interested. Like people say, oh, I respect you for doing the competition and stuff. But really, me doing the Path of Fire competition is to try and grow Guild Wars 2, because I'm a Guild Wars 2 content creator. I would love to have more people into this game and watching this game and watching my videos to do with this game, because that actually means a more comfortable living for me, right? So like, it's self-interested. It's always going to be that, unfortunately. You need to use smaller words, please. You are too clever. Are you trolling in my chat?
This looks interesting.
Oh, look, this guy's running like... He's Fashion Wars. Look, he's a proper Guardian. Oh, look, he's running DH and stuff as well. I bet he has the signet trait on. I just saw he has lots of signets. Cool guy. All right, so we blow that one up. You wasn't aware of Livia in the side story? Yeah, she's in the Crichton instances when Palawa Joker's attacking. Oh, the cannon looks great in front of the depth blur background there. So we didn't crit, so it didn't die. We have to do 2 now. Is he just trying to DPS him? My friend, the game has shown you the way. Use these bombs. Kick that guy in his head. God, I don't know why I said kick him in the head, because that's like so much more violent. Kick him in the head. Oh, God. I just got like a proper impression of like a super chavvy fight where they get someone on the floor and just start kicking his head or something. Christ. I hope you guys appreciate that, that image there. That's what you come to these streams for. Serious question. Is it worth going back through all Living World stories and playing it? I mean, yeah, I think it is. Especially if you do the metas as it goes along. I think it's really good. It depends what kind of a player you are, though. If all you care about is money and grind and stuff, then probably not. But if you're remotely interested in the narrative, if you like the core gameplay of exploration followed by a bit of story, you know, and go into different interesting areas of the world, I think that's a really good way of playing the game. I think probably, if I was a new player, my recommendation for a new player would be play core and get enough money to transfer 400 gems to unlock episode 1 of season 2. Then play episode 1 and get enough and do it. And then especially when you get to episode 3, basically what you'll do is you'll like unlock Lake Doric, you'll play that story, you'll work on all of those achievements and stuff. And once you finish the meta there, the meta achievements there, you'll have enough gold again to transfer for 400 gems to unlock Draconis Mons. And then you'll do it in Draconis Mons and you'll get enough gold to unlock Siren's Landing, and then you'll do it again. And I think that's a really cool way to play the game. And then you probably, you know, after several months of gameplay, you fork out some money for Path of Fire, do it through Season 4, fork out some money for Cogs of War, and so on. Like, I think that's a really good actual way of tackling Guild Wars 2 as a late player. But again, it depends if you like this core sort of exploration experience and whatnot. And I do. Obviously, I've been playing the game since launch, so I must get something out of it. Twitch connection at the moment is worse than Guild Wars 2 servers at launch. Yeah, chat has slowed down a lot, so I'm guessing people are struggling to watch. What is meta achievements? So when you unlock an episode, right, in Story Journal, it's like Out of the Shadows. This is Living World Season 3, Episode 1. This is how Season 3 started. And you get all these achievements here. And you see up at the top here, it says 18 of 18 complete, and there's a chest. That's the meta. So the idea is you unlock Out of the Shadows, and all on that map and all in that story and all of those events and all of those quests and things there, these all represent different objectives and fun skins and things you can unlock. And the meta is to do 18 of them. So you finish all of these. This gives you a beautiful sample of all the different content that patch had to offer. So like tons of stuff, right? Imagine you've just like installed a Minecraft mod. It's like finishing the mod kind of thing, right? And then you go to Rising Flames, and there were 23 in this meta. So these are all different tasks and quests and fun things you can do. You don't need to do everything to get the 23. They always give you a bit of leeway. But you get a cool skin and money and stuff when you finish, and then a crack in the ice. You've got 21 of them. And then the head of the snake. So, like, this will ensure that you explore all of the map, that you do all of the story, that you get a ton of the skins, that you get loads of the currency. You fully exhaust the map. But not fully exhaust, but nearly fully exhaust the map. And so you get maximum value out of your playtime. Then you go to Flashpoint, which is another map and another ton of story. And then you go to One Path Ends. So, like, each episode gives you, like... So this is a map, right? And there's a meta on that map. This is a map. And there's a meta on this map. This is a map that you unlock. And there's a meta on that. These are Season 2 maps, right? This is the first expansion. So that's the idea. And it works on expansions too. You go for the metas. That's the best way to experience Guild Wars 2. Most people don't realize it, and they lose a lot of playtime because they're not invested in that. They think the only reason to be invested in the metas is for achievement points, but that's not true. There's more to earn out of it than that.
Captain Rahim said you could help me. Have you ever seen Balthazar at this camp?
If Balthazar ever showed up at this camp...
Are the metas really hard to do? Are they challenging but not grindy? They're a mix. Some of the achievements are, like, difficult. Some of them are time sinks. A lot of them are just like, hey, experience this thing. Go speak to this NPC. Go buy this item. Go do this. Go do this. It's ArenaNet's way of just getting you to explore the maps and find everything that they put in them. So it's just gameplay, really. Some of it's like grindier than others. Some of it's more challenging than others. But anything that's extremely grindy or anything that's extremely challenging, you can avoid if you suck at it or you're not interested. You can use other things to get the meta instead. So they give you a lot of freedom and choice with them. Again, like when people say Guild Wars is a casual game, this is one place where it's actually relevant. Everything will be within reach. The metas are designed to, like, if you're, like, so right now episode 1 is out. We can full counter this one. Look how slow. Look at the delay on that. It's insane. We'll throw an axe to kill him. Let's get the cart before this guy comes back. No, we're not going to. I might die. I need to heal. Gonna dodge away as well. This is really gross. We gotta kill this officer. The officer really hurts. I don't know why I full counted after knocking him down. Dumb play. We'll knock him down again. There you go. Oh. Fuck's sake.
This looks interesting.
We can probably full counter there because this guy's shooting us from over there. Take another big chunky heal. What do you think of ArenaNet gauge when they need to start shifting focus from expanding Guild Wars 2 to creating Guild Wars 3? I don't know whether it's a given they will create a Guild Wars 3. Who knows? The cart is filled with a collection of... I think that creating sequels to MMOs is really dangerous because you cannibalize your own audience. I think Blizzard learned that a long time ago and turned their next MMO project into Overwatch, right? Like, I don't know. I think Guild Wars 2 could be... It's already incredibly good. I think it could do more, though. I'll tell you what screwed them. I really think for PvE and retention, it's going down the whole respecting our time too deeply, I think. And I know that that's a big part of Guild Wars 2's identity, and I'm not suggesting they strip that part of its identity, but they went too far with it in too many places. And their fear of traditional questing and trying to use achievements and collections as content guides, I don't think they've done very well as the UI. I think it's a mess. But aside from that, the game's amazing. There's so much cool stuff. It's just the way it presents itself that's been a problem. I think the second you start saying, oh, when's Guild Wars 3, you start thinking of Guild Wars 2 as down and out. And it's just not down and out. It's so far away from down and out. It's like hilarious to even consider. I think, anyway. Maybe I'll eat my own words. Maybe E3, the big reveal, is going to be Guild Wars 3. Who knows?
What's this? No good.
No good. I can't remember what the last one is. Did a Twitch person get assaulted? Really? How's that? Who got assaulted through Twitch? What happened there?
What's this?
The anvil?
Gotta keep looking.
Man, I don't remember what it is. What's the last thing? We haven't really grabbed anything here. Ah, here we go. This'll be it. This'll be it.
2 camps and still no sign of Balthazar. Well, at least now we don't have to worry about leaving our flanks exposed at the main camp. Hopefully Ritlock and Canuck had more luck scouting it out.
It's cool putting a sharpshooter on that roof. It's really cool. Alright, so we get out. We get back on our thing. Yeah, what's this? Someone got assaulted? Heard about the shooting near the White House. Some guy killed himself an hour ago. No, I've been streaming the entire time. What happened there? It's really weird. Quite often, like, disastrous things happen or big things in the news, and it's while I'm streaming, so someone will make, like, some offhanded comment, and I might even joke about it or be, like, really relaxed about it, and then later I realize it's, like, this serious topic. No, well, I've been streaming, so, you know, I don't have the news on. I'm interior, baby. Ain't no White House here. It's a mess, but you think it seems to work. Collections are great goals. I mean, if they had Astra and Stellar Collection, people would happily grind them all. Some people would, but again, like the person in chat saying what even are metas, I think, you know, there's a huge amount of people that sort of don't understand that. So, I've never seen this UI in my life. What is this? We're going to continue our story, Night of Fires. Wow.
Commander, glad you're here. I was getting tired of listening to him complain about the weather.
All I said is
you went back and heard my full response. You understand the mount license deletion thing. Hopefully you do, because it's a bit nuanced and weird. But yeah. That's cool, dude.
What have you learned about Balthazar's camp?
I'm told this is the main forged camp in the region. It has an extremely heavy troop presence.
Collections are better than masteries?
Charge in and take them out before
probably, yeah. As a retention system, they've been much better. Probably.
Or, given that we'll be staggeringly outnumbered, I suggest we use finesse to engage a few at a time.
You sent me a message to do. I can't alt tab, Royal. Royal, you seem to just miss. Like, for someone that's at the stream so much, I don't know what this selective attention is. I cannot alt tab. It doesn't. I can't do that. So we'll just have to guess at them again. I appreciate the help that you're offering, though. All right, let's Raptor engage. Watcha. We'll leap at this guy. No, I keep wasting Rastal's Ruin.
Gate's clear. Time to rush them and crush them.
They'll likely have sentries posted inside. I suggest we quietly pry the gate open to avoid their notice.
All right, Canuck. Go ahead. We'll cover you.
What's his actual animation for prying this open? How is he going to pry this open? Look, it's on fire and stuff. There's an actual sound effect. That's cool. Can you hear that?
Gates open.
Damn, son. Very impressive, Canuck. So we kill the sentry nice and quick.
That sentry reaches the alarm. We'll
stop that sentry.
We can try to actually play better than we did last time as well. Do you remember we actually struggled here?
Faster.
Oh, kick is cleave. It's a 3-target cleave. Holy crap. Since when? I guess it makes sense that you would kick multiple people with your 1 foot, maybe?
Losing blood.
We have to heal early. And we have to remember we can dodge on these streams. It's not merciless anymore. I'm allowed to dodge. Gotta move in. Come on, hit me. Good. Somebody did. We're going to drop the elite here because it's anti-projectile. We're going to hide in it still because, again, anti-projectile. Full counter should take the kill. No, he didn't. Okay, it's fine. 7k Bulls Rush. My God. My God. 7k. We can use the explosives as well, right? Invulnerable? What? Why? Oh, he got an animation off. That's annoying. This is good. They die quick, but they do damage. I kind of like it.
The sentry's going for the alarm. Take them
So I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. Burning Scroll on the far left near the river. Here you go. We got this one. We'll full counter. I should get 3 of them with this. Oh, that was good. 6k. We need to heal quick here. And again. Come on, come on, come on. No, didn't land it. Oh, this is such a meaty hit. Dual strike? Wait, where? Who hit an alarm? Crap. We'll read the scroll in a second. I guess he's up there on the minimap. Crap.
Adrenaline surging.
We failed our achievement, guys, which we already had. Zacian, you have an honored place among mortals for your god is returned. We don't have to read all of this again, obviously. We did it on the other stream. Okay, so we got that. Let's not walk into the red space this time. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I appreciate that, actually, right there. Okay, we'll full counter this. Kick him out of range. I don't know warrior ranges. Okay, throw an axe to cripple him. No, you don't. Shoot me. Ah, he didn't in time. Oh, no crit. 4k non-crit. Okay, we can ignore those guys over there. They're not relevant. Come, come. This build seems like fun, like Torniblol back in the WoW days. My God, it's dark over here. Yeah, I mean, this is just sort of classic warrior gameplay, I think. Sort of the 2K18 sort of PvE version of it. Shoot me. It looks like they have to like charge ammo or something. So. Oh, and we didn't crit on that either. That's annoying. I'm not going to use this. We'll break combat. Wow. Wow. Okay, wins. Okay. We'll be good for a little while in here. Oh my god. The gunplay here is really cool. I like that I'm actually getting some utilization out of wins. I mean, I'm essentially using it as a big feedback, but I'm still pretty happy. We'll cover our aggress. Oh, not even in combat with those ones.
All clear out here, but no Balthazar. No telling what's on the other side of this gate.
Only one way to find out. We smash, slash, and trash.
Don't you ever just engage an enemy?
These two are great. All right, so Captain Balthazar pursues the whelp of Kraukatoric, Vlast. The Elder Dragons will fall to our might. Vlast is the key. Your faith will be rewarded. Your hesitation punished. Things have changed since the Eternal Battle. We must adapt or be swept away. Since the Eternal Battle, see, it suggests that it's over. It really does. It suggests that there is no more.
How dare you misbelievers interfere in our work? You are nothing before Balthazar.
We'll full counter this. Should hit all of them. Ah, what a prick. I mean, having no stun break is a little bit punishing, really. Oh, I wanted to crit him with the throw axe and kill him, but he's a vet, so.
This is the main camp. There's got to be other officers inside. Let's go get them.
With any luck, we might even get a look at this so-called god.
If he's not here, we should let him know we stopped by. Leave no forged officers standing.
Fast and fierce.
Yeah, what the plant said.
23 Bloodlust. And we've got our nourishment proc up.
That sentry's been alerted. Get him.
Yeah. Okay, so he's dead. So we got to kill the sentries. The quest icons are the officers.
Such might.
What's the cooldown on wins? It seems to come up 90 seconds. It's really quick as well, actually, isn't it? All right, we'll just proc that here. Full counter in front of him. Good, we interrupted it, actually, because someone else hit us first. This is pretty bad. Cutting away just for a second. I don't want to go downstate because I'll lose all my bloodlust. So I'll just retarget them for a second. Why is he invuln? Why? What's these random invulns? Oh, I thought I was on the other set. I thought that was throw axe. Is he aiming me? Oh, I almost walked into that. We baited him with the serpentine, and I was trying to walk into it to full counter it. Did you guys see that? Like, we were going for the intercept. That would have been funny. Does that actually benefit me? If I full counter something but don't strike anyone, do I actually get any perks from it? On any setup? I guess I get resistance. Do I get resistance even if the strike doesn't land? If you're running that trait. We can stand. Oh no, it dissipated already. It's annoying. The music is just so intense. I don't know. I feel like it's too intense, the POF music. Okay. No! Oh, good. Wow, nice. Hype. I would have thought he'd be evading during that. Too early, maybe? Yeah, too early. This is alright, though. We can roll this. Stand in this. Oh god, who's going for an alarm? This guy. Oh god, this isn't good. Let's wins. Bulls rush. Wastrel's ruin. 14k, baby. That guy's down. 8k throw. No, sorry, 9k throw axe. Do you guys see that? Was it actually? Was that just because we had tons of modifiers stacked? Shoot me. Okay. All right. So We'll keep rotating around. There should be a... Now, people were saying that there's a burning scroll somewhere near here. Give me the instructions, guys. Where's the burning scroll that's near here? One's up on this. So we can grab... Is this the one we missed before? General, when we met in the burning forest, slaughtering the abominations of the traitor's great shadow army amid the flames, I could sense your greatness. I was drawn to you. Your loyalty to our Lord Balthazar inspired me to join your battalion of Eternals. And now I've been chosen by our Lord to be his herald, and I must give you his orders. No, we read this. You are to lead our forces south to make preparations for his arrival once he has the Scion. Prepare the path, General. I pray we fight together again. That's, we read that, didn't we? Oh, never critting. Never critting. Take the Abyss.
Adrenaline, sir! I can feel Bear's power!
Okay. Canuck and Ritlock actually feel quite useful at the moment, which is another really good part of this. Behind a rock on this corner, WP. So if I go back, because he said on this corner, which meant that with the stream delay, he would have been talking behind a rock on this corner, over here. This doesn't look right. We tried here before. Explosive. Explosive. This is where we came up. Behind a rock on this corner. You went past it, WP. This is what people were saying last time. I don't see it. Wait a second for it to appear. What, so is it over in that corner then? This? This corner all the way down here? Go back, it's hard to see. This corner. Oh, here it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Good instructions there, chat. Well done. Forged. Some of you have fought by Balthazar's side for generations. Others are newly conscripted. Whichever you may be, know that this campaign is the noblest cause of your existence. War is necessary in the face of imminent threat. The threat is the Elder Dragons. Your service is justified, no matter the cost. Having served our Lord in my mortal life and in my immaterial existence in the fissure, I can assure you that this effort is unlike any that has come before. We will reach true salvation. I mean, they really believe in it, and it is cool, right? Like, to think that you might break the cycle, you might defeat the Elder Dragons. Like, they've got such a worthy cause. I actually think that some of Path of Fire's failings as a viable narrative, right, are actually Season 3's. Season 3 doesn't explain well enough at all why it is so impossible to fight the Elder Dragons. Like, that should have been like a whole, like, arc, and it should have had some, like, real nuance to it. It shouldn't have just been Timey in fucking Dragon's Stand saying, oh, I found out we can't do it, by the way. Just trust me, we can't. It shouldn't have been that. It shouldn't just be on her back. We're going to lose our bloodlust. No. Oh, my God, we got the gap. Does kick actually work as a valuable? No, he alerted the alarm. It's alright. We can still deal with this. We dodged that to stay out of combat.
Close to dying.
We heal. Wins. We're really going to want wins here as well. Good positioning for it. We stand in this. My God, there's so many of them. Oh my God. We get out of that because that's going to be brutal. We can burst this guy now with the 4 and the 5. That was really good. Grab this. Wins is out, so we got to do some damage. Let's go for the line of sight. We'll just hold him here for... Oh, no, the line of sight won't work because OP skills. OP. Throw an axe on him. Good, he's down. We had 2 officers to fight at once here. Hookhead's dead. Finish that guy off. Oh, this feels really good. Doesn't this feel good? Warrior, ladies and gentlemen. Why are you involved? What? Come on. It's 2018, man. It's 2018. This isn't actually on. This is like so stupid. It's not what the game should be. Let's deliberately bait that one. Get the Mage Bane on him. He's down.
What is that thing? There in the central cluster.
Oh, we need footage of it appearing. Damn, last time the footage was better because we were next to this when it spawned. So wait, let's get this last burning scroll up here, right? From Blood of Loyal and Duty, it wasn't until I found myself in the fissure, Guild Wars, understood, and believe, Balthar, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. This is like the big tip-off that is Divana. What do you think about Guild Wars friends / ships? Feels like it's the best marketing campaign in a long time. It only worries me that there is not much in other media, especially because it comes with 25%. Yeah, it's actually been way more successful than I thought. I haven't watched anyone's submissions, but I saw in my related videos that someone had like 40,000 views on their entry or some shit. That's crazy. That's really good. Really good. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say really, other than that it's been way more successful than I thought. I still don't really identify with the impulse behind it. I still think it's a bit... And I'm not trying to be too rude or whatever, but I think it's a bit... For me, it's a bit sappy and just odd, and it's not really... You know, like I said, the best way to describe this, I don't identify with it. This Condi is, like, gross, by the way, so we're going to pull away for a second just to get our natural healing back up. Oh, I'm glad that line is sighted, because that torpedo there would have been really nasty, I think. He just spawned some reinforcements. Oh, we broke combat. Crap. Well, it's fine. Let's build some adrenaline. Use full counter here. Nope. It missed for some reason. The fear I don't really care about. Throw an axe. Bull's rush. 4. 16k. Oh, yeah. Hello. Kick him down again. Oh, does he have a, I think he has a... Shit, what's going on here? Does he have a non-break bar? Oh, how didn't that work? Are you having a giraffe? This is insane. We have to come round. It looks like he doesn't have a break bar so you can see him, but if you do it twice in a row, he was immune, which means that there's actually a mechanic a lot of other RPGs do, and Guild Wars is doing there. I wonder why they would opt for that and not a break bar. Okay, so he's on that. That's the bullet hell phase. I remember this. Invulnerable again. We'll get the banner up because, honestly, I think we're going to be fighting here for a little while. Natural healing working really well here. That one actually landed. Do you think Winds will save us from... We're going to lose the Bloodlust. We're going to lose the Bloodlust. Winds doesn't save us. Oh, we managed to kite around. Okay. All right, that's good. Raptor. Raptor's good for 2 reasons there. It's actually a face tank for some damage. So what do we do? The fire's not still there, right? We can move in now? Yeah, look, he's immune. He's immune. What is this? That's sneaky, ArenaNet. Why don't you use the systems that are transparent to your player base? Immune again. He's not... Oh, that's a beautiful full counter. Yeah, baby.
And stay down. Balthazar's tin soldiers are getting bigger and nastier.
I've seen worse from Iron Legion cubs.
You can tell him that in person, Tribune, but we've got to find him first.
Camp's clear, but no sign of Balthazar or his herald.
The so-called god of war seems to be better at hiding than fighting.
Hey, Flag, it's good to see you.
Graveyards are full of soldiers who underestimated their enemies.
We should meet up with Casimir and decide where to go from there.
The Temple of Cormier's right up this hill.
So that is all of the burning scrolls, right? There's no other burning scrolls that we're missing. If there is one, I think it's on one of these. Around here. Yeah, there is. Here we go. Last one. Warden, the prisoners are nothing but chattel, souls to be conscripted of the Great Campaign once we follow the rules. It's great to see you flagged, by the way. These mortals would otherwise be swept away when the end comes. Okay. What? I swear to God I had that achievement. I swear to God I had that achievement. Was that a hidden achievement? No, I did that. I did that ages ago. Alright, fine. We got that then. Path of Fire Act 1. Jesus. I swear I had that. I don't understand how I don't have that, because I did that. I actually did that twice when the game came out. Once on my own, and then once again later. PvE noob. Hey, WP, any clue where the map might be? There are some theories, but I don't really have any clue, no.
I've never been inside a human temple before.
You'll be fine. Just don't spit on the floor, blow out any candles, or let anyone hand you a pamphlet.
I like the thought that...
Just trust me on this.
Yeah, they go a little bit on the nose there, but with that last line. But I like the thought that Ritlock's obviously experienced all of that before. So we go into the temple. I love this moment, by the way, of the instance, going from one part to the other. Look out there, beautiful. Hello. Meet Casimir. Where is she, though? I don't understand. How have I messed this up? How have I messed up a basic walk into this environment? She's supposed to meet us at the start, right? Ah, here she is. Hey, Casimir.
Cormier, I ask that you guide me through this difficult... Oh, I didn't see you enter.
Sorry, Kaz. I didn't mean to interrupt your prayers.
It's okay. She will understand. I hesitate to ask, but what happened at the Forged camp?
No sign of Balthazar or his herald. I'd hoped you might come back to Amnoon with us to speak with Chief Counselor Imam.
Commander, I regret the intrusion, but I must speak with you.
Who are you? And how do you know who I am?
I know more about you than just your title, but please, we should speak in a more private setting.
Yeah, Mitrin is that's actually one of the more exciting plot threads that I'm interested in. It's such a shame that the teleporting current event thing never went anywhere, and the Shadow Stone never properly went anywhere. Ugh. All right, so here we go.
Okay, you have my attention.
I am Keto, and I believe I can help you. You're looking for Blast.
I swear the last time we were here, that was in depth blur up there.
Yes.
How do you know what I'm looking for?
The Order of Shadows has eyes and ears throughout the Crystal Desert, and you haven't exactly been a quiet presence here.
Order of Shadows?
And yeah, the man with a plan.
I know the Order of Whispers.
We share history, but deep disagreements about our goals and methods tore the original Order apart.
Uh-oh.
Commander, I understand you visited our camp.
Hello. Yes, I did. It was very pleasant. I enjoyed my time. Okay, can she attack me now? Good. Alright, that's all of our modifiers up. I accept the Dragon's Breath. Shit, come on. Don't punish me putting my consumable on. I'm going to lose all of our might now because we have to heal that. Oh my god, a donation from Eundil. Thank you very much, Eundil, the man with the 5 spot. Thank you, dudes. So we need to shout to everyone to run over to us now. So we can bait the full counter. No, we can't. Too early. Jesus, that's a long wind up. 18k. That was heavier than the Eviscerate. This way, people. Get out of that. So we wait a long time. Now we do it. Over here, everybody.
Touch them. Kill them. Such might.
Okay, we do this one as well. Oh, did she hit the refugees there, maybe, by turning that around? Does that count? Oh, this is a really good fight here, guys. We're really destroying her. Honestly, so good damage here. No, move. Double dodge through the fire. Wait, what? I thought that was the final attack.
Wait! We have to revive the faithful before the fire gets them.
The Herald can wait.
Fair enough.
Damn it. I thought that was the final attack, and then I just ate her hammer bash for no reason. I thought that was like the scripted one that would just hit me and put me down. I love this. I love rezzing these guys and watching them cast their water thing. Let's get some really good footage of it. Ready? Oh, a lot of them went down here. I guess I failed one of the things because there's a lot more down than last time. Or maybe these are just the clergy? I don't know. And they put out all of the fires with the healing rains. So good, right?
Her power. She's
Don't you judge my double dodge, Valen. It's a pro play, man.
She sees your determination to protect the innocent as a weakness, one she can exploit.
The path to Balthazar runs through his herald. We can't give up the chase.
Commander, our goals are aligned.
If you want to make your Spellbreaker a bit more sustainy, try Might Makes Right.
Meet me at Macaulay Outpost.
Yeah, which line is Might Makes Right in? Strength, is it? Strength. Yeah, Might Makes Right. So we lose Berserker's power, which is a pretty goddamn fun trait, let's be real. But mind you, Berserker's power's not that good on Spellbreaker because we don't get stage 3 adrenaline, we only get stage 1. Or does it count as a T3? I can't remember. Berserker's power only reads 1 stack and 7% damage. So maybe Might Makes Right would be fun. Should we try a bit of Might Makes Right? I mean, I'd rather change the gear up slightly as well if we were going to do that. So voila. Oh, I missed a little bit of casino dialogue, I've just realised. Oh, I didn't realise that the instant swung to day. I didn't realise that happened. I swear to God, this was depth blurred last time I was playing this here. I mean, that over there is... It's like how Reshade reads what should be blurred or not. I mean, that looks really good over there as well. Alright, let's dip out. And yeah, no, so now we just walk to the second map, and we've caught up. So, hooray. Oh, and it's day now as well. This works perfectly, because we entered Night of Fires while the day-night cycle was night, and now we leave while it's day. So it's just so perfect.
Creatures driven insane by ley energy are coming from all over. Are you going to help?
So, now we want to go always time for timey again. What is the third spot for always time for timey on this map? Seriously, what is it? Weren't people saying it's over here at the waterworks or something? But then that puts 2 of them really close to one another. We got the pyramids. There was this one, but we needed the Springer, which we don't have yet. Let's just go back to the old one, shall we? Let's just go back to the old one. That actually takes me through a really cool little area of this map that visually that I really like. I think it looks really good. It says you walk out of the temple here. I think I talked about this on the stream once before. I just love the colours of the sky and stuff as you come around. You see the dusty plains off and beyond. So good. You could always use replay function of story journal, then splice it in. Yeah, the point is that I'm trying to make it as clean and clear as possible, right? So that I don't have to do loads of splicing and irritating nonsense. I prefer working on scripts than prying through hours of footage and stitching shit together. I'd rather work on content of discussion than just boring editing nonsense. So yeah, we're going to try and get it all in order. Why the hell don't the Wi-Fi icons appear? I don't know. Along the southern wall. Yeah, we already did the one on the southern wall before. I'm going to go back to it now though, so. Last time it was at night, so whatever. What's that shard on the bottom right? So basically, because I'm level 80, every time I level up now, instead of gaining a level, I get a thing called a spirit shard. And spirit shards are used in lots of high-end endgame crafting. So that's showing me that every time I level, I get that now. Well, so you get spirit shards after level 80. When you buy an expansion, you get access to masteries. And so experience works on those instead. But if you are level 80 and have all the masteries as well, you get spirit shards again. Which is what I'm at. Because I'm on a lifer. I already have the achievement. I don't have the last couple of bits of the achievement. The Wi-Fi icon is when you get closer. I love the music right now as well. The game is at its best right now. This is genuinely really so good right now. Don't I technically need the Springer for this one as well? Or was there another way up? I'm going to cheat and use the Springer. In which case, why don't I just use the third spot, you might ask? To which I would say, well, now I can't be bothered to walk over to it. Oh, what? None of you are going to attack me during that. None of you. Oh, this guy's a veteran. He wants to go. Sweet. Oh, no. We didn't need the Springer. It was lower down. All right, that's fine.
Timmy, do you read me?
Timmy here. Anything new and exciting to report?
Balthazar's herald is on the loose, and she's killing everyone in her path.
What for? I mean, Balthazar always has an objective in mind, but how does collateral damage help him achieve it? Is it some kind of morale breaker? Or does he just like showing off how mean he is?
A bit of both. But the main reason seems to be he needs a steady supply of spirits he can turn into forged.
Wait, he's putting spirits into metal skins so he can boss them around? That's nasty! Inquest nasty! Somebody needs to teach him that.
Asik says, I love how the bone-starred region looks from far above. The sand carried by the wind looks almost like a fog. Yeah, it does look really good, doesn't it?
Check in again when I have more news.
Stay in touch.
All right. So let's get back onto the Raptor and pretend we didn't do that. And now we take a stroll to the start of the next map. So, the die competition will come to fruition tomorrow. The start of tomorrow's stream, we will be back to where we wanted to be. This took us about an hour and a half because we spent an hour of Fashion Wars and then other chat. So it took us about an hour and a half to get to this point. So, yeah, pretty good. And obviously playing way faster than we did the first time through. Yeah, this was pretty fun, and I'm happy to have, like, one big batch of footage now. So I'll try and accomplish that on tomorrow's stream as well. Just have one block that represents all this starting stuff. We had one irritating bit earlier where I tried to alt-tab out. Oh, I gotta take this fight. Here we go. Wins.
Steady your mind. I can feel Bear's power.
Come at me, ladies. Oh, God, they still hurt. Even with the projectile deflects. Hype. Oh god, okay. This is fine though, right? We can just... What? None of them? Because the kick hit so many of them? Yeah. You don't realize, to fight the Forged, you must become the Forged. Warbeast armor. Collect your set today. Path of Fire. Guild Rusty Friendships. Link in the description. So what do we get there? 3 trade contracts. Whoa! PvP? Oh, you want me to end on PvP? I'll tell you what, because I am top 5 now, and I actually do care about that, I probably won't PvP until I tank again. Just because I play so much worse when I'm on stream. I don't want to, like, lose. So I'm not going to end on PvP today. Plus, the stream's already been quite long. What's this icon here? Griffin Roost. Oh, I see. Okay. North America. PvP on no balls. Well, then I got no balls. No balls, man. No balls. I'll tell you what, though, guys. As soon as the stream ends, I'm going to go make today's game of the day. Which is when I was top 3 NA. So that was the highest rated game that you could possibly seek. It was a good game. It was a fun game. So I'll show you that one. And I'll do my commentary for that. Longer streams increase life expectancy, do they really? No marbles. Yeah, I accepted no balls. It's alright. I'm a eunuch. I'm a eunuch, lads. Tune in tomorrow for another eunuch stream with no balls. Who knows? Tomorrow, let's be honest, there's so much volatility on NA. So I was going to describe this before. The reason why NA queues are kind of wobbly compared to EU is because the pool of skilled players is rather small on North America. If I click this button, it's going to take a while to match me in the game most of the time. So my MMR variance increases. And so when you queue on North America, because the pool of higher skilled players is smaller, the odds that there are some really, really, like, high skill variance games goes, like, way up. Most games have very high skill variance. And so the truth is, no matter how godly good you play the game, you're still just 1 out of 5 players. And the odds that you get some real bad players on your team are quite high. And so to be able to consistently sustain top 10, top 25 is actually quite rare on NA, I would say, just because of the variance. Like, I could be here today, tomorrow I could be back in Plaque 1. On EU, because there's a lot of, like-minded people, and there's a general, baseline, I think you can sort of sustain very high for a lot longer. And it unlocks, Legend. Legend is much more possible on EU for that reason. But on NA, I might queue into, just 3, unwinnable games in a row, just because it takes a long time to matchmake in. Which is why it's really important more people understand how cool PvP is, and they go for it, and we can build that top end up on NA. It's not going to happen with people just being constantly salty and pushing one another away. The more people that get in, the more of those bad players that exist, eventually they might become good. So, and then that will fix NA up a bit more, and you'll actually see... That's why it's a lot harder to hit Legend on NA right now than EU. Because on the top end, there's less consistently queuing. A lot of people, some of the people you'll see here on the top 25, they don't even queue much. Look at this shit. These people are bare minimum games. They're not actually playing much Conquest, and it's because all they care about is their rank. So they don't contribute to the top end matchmaking. So for the rest of us, that's why. If you look here, a lot of the people high up are low queued people. There's not many people like me that have got 700 games under their belt that are very high up. It's kind of cool to see a Candice rose to the top, by the way, because he's got quite a lot of games. Because a lot of the people that are up here don't queue that much. And so, yeah, matchmaking's more wonky because that top end's not there. So, yeah, anyway, that's just sort of my interpretation of it right now. But, yeah, I'll keep playing. I will keep going. I at least want this next Byzantium chest. At the end of the day, I'm going for top 25 at the end of next week. That's all I care about, top 25. So, I'm all right to tank a bit out of this. I don't mind. It's not the be-all and end-all. God, my warrior looks good, doesn't he? Look at that. Look at that. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you next time. You see? That's classic outro right there. Classic outro. All right, catch you guys later.